not necessarily spawns, I should say, but really just kind of holding back Midnight. Midnight have actually gone toe-to-toe with the pace of FaZe right now at the start of the game, but it just seems like they're being outslayed and outpositioned, and a lot of the credit that I think really deserves to be given is for Celium. You know, he's got 17 interactions to his name, but he's picking up the kills in the right places, and he'll be coming in and watching the rear for FaZe, holding the line. So Zuma, for a little brief stint, of course, wasn't in the Pro League, and he was certainly missed by you guys at home and myself included, but 128 to 43, a large lead seems to be appearing here. FaZe Clan with 20 seconds left. It looks like Midnight have given up. Lightning Strike at the ready for 0. 3-kill streak for him, 3-kill streak for Zuma, but ACIM will fall.
This is tough. I mean, Midnight, we know they're an explosive team, but they've just been extinguished here by FaZe. But what a story it is for Zuma to get back into the Pro League and back into it in such a big way, and to find themselves on this fantastic squad. I mean, FaZe have gone from rags to absolute riches here in Black Ops 4. We saw their initial struggles to make it into the Pro League, and here we have it. Given the hands to some of the finest teams in the league. Midnight currently on the next hit list. I see him trying to find these entries now into the hard point. Again, perfect synergy. I see him does drop there to Lacefield at the front end of the first hard point. But we are going to see Zuma make his way forward. One more kill and assist. We'll get him. There it is, the Hellstorm and attack 5. So we're on point now. Big shots, can't quite get it done. Blast manages to get it on through the hard point like that. 30 seconds left here on back in the first. And as you can see, FaZe still with that iron grip over the hard point.
We are going to see Midnight take control, but again, streak still in the hands of Zuma. Zero did use his lightning strike to try and break that, and you can see right now, Midnight still in control. However, I will say, with 15 seconds left, if the kills go in the favor of Midnight down by the courtyard, this could be in their favor, but it's a 2v3, and that's not what you want to see. A quick change of weapons, 2 do fall, and this is where FaZe punish. Look at the minimap, number 8 pushing forward, Zero trying to get in and behind. Oh, and he's going to surely fall. He will do. Nice play by Midnight there. Saintasti finding the kill. Parasite shutting it down as well. So after a great play from FaZe, we do see the slam and ACIM shutting that one down. Zuma in the church, and the courtyard is all FaZe Clan. And now we talk about spawns. Now we talk about FaZe. Because once again, it seems so effortless, Miles. It seems like they're playing their game right now, and Midnight are just challenging them.
It really does. This is a FaZe world. We just live in it. Celium finds 3 in the meantime there with his Tempest. I mean, this is just a showcase between specialists, between rotations, between the way they lock down each and every hard point. I mean, FaZe, Midnight are doing an incredible job to even have 91 points, it feels like right now, because FaZe, everything they do, they can step no wrong foot. It's just a masterclass of hardpoint right now. It
is. It really is masterclass. And the reason being as well, the positioning has been so precise. But for me, it's the slaying ability. You look across the board, Scraps +7, Zuma 5, 0, 6, ACIM 5, and Celium with a +3, which is the worst on the team. It's crazy that every single player is just playing to their highest potential right now. And this is a scary thing about FaZe because, yes, coming into this, we talked about them being the favorite. And you kind of dwelled on it a little bit, talking about maybe them versus 100 Thieves in the hop. It's going to be amazing to see this team blossom. But where were they a month ago? You know, we've seen players come from, you know, the open bracket. You know, the likes of ACIM kind of joining.
Saints might be there in time. Can they get it done? Can they find the stoppage here? And it looks like it... Nope. Over to the next it goes. FaZe Clan open up the very first map of the day in an incredibly comfortable way.
No wonder ACIM's smiling. They just outslayed them, from what I believe, with 30+. And again, looking at the reaction of Parasite there, that's what I would as well be feeling like. And again, you know, you talk about hard points, and we've all been there, we've all jumped in a bit of league play, but, you know, one player's kind of going off, one's playing the objective, one's, you know, neutral. Every single player from FaZe there was just putting kill after kill after kill, streaks, specialists. We saw Cell with a Tempest, we saw the slam from ACIM. Beautifully done. It was, like you said, a masterclass. It just felt easy.
I think Parasite's face really said, everything the week. It was kind of just like, wow. Sometimes you get bodied, and that was a big body. Unbelievable stuff. As to be expected, however, from this FaZe roster, they have been lights out non-stop since they emerged here into the Pro League, and they're really making everyone know they've arrived, and that's exciting to see. We do have Search and Destroy coming up next, the game type that they had initially touted as something that they had an issue with, but who knows. Either way, before the match started, Jess had a quick catch-up with Zero. Jess, what did you have to say?
Thanks, Miles. That's right. And Zero said, well, even though we won yesterday versus EG, after that game we had an argument. Then he stopped himself and goes, well, not an argument, we had a discussion. He says he knows their S&D is lacking, which is why I'm especially interested in seeing what this how this next map in particular goes. But he also said that for this series, he's not taking any team, even Midnight, lightly. He said, we came in expecting to smoke EG, and then we all saw what happened. And I did also ask him, you know, hey, like, if certain circumstances line up, you guys could be taking second place in the standings. He goes, we're not worried about that. We just want a top 4. So I'd say it's fair to say they're pretty happy overall. Let's see how the rest of the series goes. Miles and Momo, back over to you guys.
Thanks, Jess. Cover your mouth when you cough, Zero. Jesus.
Sick in and out game right now, Zero. My goodness, he watches back. Gee, come on.
Anyway.
Hi, G.
Anyway.
1-0, FaZe Clan. I don't even know where that map went. What happened? FaZe just stopped.
See, that was a brutal, brutal hard point, to be honest. Yeah, we talked about Search a little bit beforehand. I mean, FaZe, they had their issues. When it came to London, they were like, we've got no idea how to really play Search and Destroy right now. But we're seeing that evolve. We're seeing that change. I mean, we're seeing, you know, the pace that they're able to set. I mean, yesterday's performances, that reverse sweep was fantastic. And again, that all comes off the back of doing the very best job they can there in the Search. And again, managing to win that game 5 as well helps. So, Midnight, though, on the other side of the board, another team who are great. They have such an explosive team. There's this very talented roster. You cannot overlook them, but, man, do you have the mental resolve to bounce back after the powerful loss from Erupted yesterday, and then a game like that? I mean, what can you do if you're Midnight right now? What can Saints be saying to them?
Funnily, you point out Saints, along with Lacefield and Blast, for me, need to match the pace in the Search and Destroy, because FaZe is a very fast, aggressive team. Search and Destroy, not necessarily kind of the best game type right now, but if they can match that in the respawns as well, that's how they shut them down, I feel. Lacefield and Saints, for me, are 2 very key factors. Frequency will be the map, but 250 to 93 in the 100-point club there. Midnight just out of it.
Mate, that was raw. Anyway,
it wasn't even close.
Frequency's going to be a fun one. I mean, we're going to see snipes. I'm looking forward to seeing a bit of Scraps snipe in action. Looking forward to seeing those quick rotates, those fast hits across map. And this is another, we saw Frequency yesterday with FaZe playing this one, and just seeing the way that kind of the Search brains are evolving as a team. You know, they're very, very quick to adapt to enemy strategies. They're quick to adapt to bomb site plays. Then it just comes down to if Midnight can hang in the way that we've seen them, if Midnight can bring that thunder that they have done in the Pro League so far. I mean, again, their record is not necessarily theirs, as they've sort of inherited that from the previous Midnight roster, but I mean, are they doing enough with it? Either way, here we go into the Search.
Zero, Pally in hand. 3 players that are pushing him. Should be able to peek one. That's information. This is the aggressive playstyle.
I thought Scraps was going to snipe.
I'm almost frustrated again. Like Asim, Zuma, and who's right by number 8, Selim. Asim, Zuma, and Selim just ran straight through the middle and just made. It wasn't a 1v1. It was a 3v1. Parasite is going to take down Selim, and Llama got actually answering back to FaZe, kind of letting that slip after gaining the quick lead, 4-2, and credit to Midnight for that one. They really bided the time, rotated over to B very nicely. Should be enough with Parasite baiting out. 3 players collapse. Nicely done. And it's all down to Asim. He'll be shut down by Saints. Now, I want to go back to the very start of that round. FaZe were able to just penetrate the defense instantly. Again, like Hardpoint, very effortlessly. But then the way Midnight reacted to that was actually super, super impressive for me. The way they kind of dictated to the players from either side. And they kind of pinched on 3 players individually. Nicely done by Midnight there, round 1.
Seems so quick. And not often do you turn around in the jungle with there's like 4 guys.
No.
Scraps, he couldn't manage to find a shot, so he backs on up. In the second round we go. FaZe on offense. Midnight. Nice, relatively even effort across the board. Parasite finds 2. Blast somehow dodging that one, but Scraps, he's going to take a shot of himself. 10 HP, friend. You want to get that one back. There's that top mid presence is still being felt in a big way. Amazing reaction.
Trading shots. Not talking about the show, but Scraps now exchanging blows with Blast in the middle, and that's going to be a grenade right on the top of one player. It's going to miss here, and again, oh, the team fire comes through. Midnight taking full advantage. Blast will connect with his second. And again, Midnight have that number advantage.
That's one thing we've talked about yesterday, and it's almost a meme right now. And we saw the very first time we saw Midnight's team fire really come into effect was quite a while ago, but they're seeming to be able to work on that one. That last hard point, they didn't get a lot of friendly fire, and they're trying to do the best job they can here. It seems like a strange thing to bring up, but it's very, very influential. Blast has had a fantastic round, 2 kills to his name, 1 was with the snipe. Now it's a 3v2.
Yeah, Cell kind of overextended a little bit too much, I feel, there. Gunfight 1 up top by Llama, and that should be the kill that secures the round, which means Zero in a world of trouble may actually find himself jumping off the map here. Doesn't want to feed anything. Smart play.
Got to get out of dodge. I do kind of miss that image of Saints where he was like hiding behind Lacefield.
Yeah, yeah.
He was just in the corner.
Didn't want to be on that picture at all, did he?
That was a solid round for Midnight. The search and destroy. So far, so good for them.
And of course, with how FaZe are so strong at respawns, this is a game where Midnight needs to kind of take advantage of this. Maybe push them back on a control and push it to a game 5. I think that's how they win. Midnight win on the S&Ds, FaZe wins on the, you know, win through 3 respawns. So again, as there's only 2 search and destroys, FaZe, you'd like to think has the advantage, but pushing forward right over the top now. Saints is going to try a little bit of aggression himself, and it's going to come out. This is the pace which I talked about, which Saints and Lacefield really need to kind of have over them. Acing finds a double before going down, but Midnight, just like that, shut it down. And that's a round they can be proud of. Again, everyone playing their part.
I was so impressed to see that we saw FaZe. They immediately shot out of blue, they went down bottom middle. I was like, oh, wow, this is going to be a great trap. And it didn't really work out for him. The scene with a nice 2-piece up top Parasite, he ends him there, and then on the turn, Scraps gets dropped. I just, the way Midnight are playing this one, I mean, it's like they have their game plan set out, they execute that to the best of their ability, and then they immediately react to whatever FaZe is doing in such a decisive way. It doesn't leave a lot of space for error right now. FaZe, they have to win those opening engagements. We've got 3 donuts on FaZe right now. That's going to be Scraps, Zero, and Zuma. They're bad for you, friends. No donuts.
Oh, nice glaze, though.
Oof.
Making me hungry here.
Oh.
Here's Lacefield hungry. Let's see. 5 players turning out. There's the first. Misses the shots. Oh my goodness, that could have been something special.
Oh, Lacefield!
Zero shuts it down as soon as he can. And FaZe, for the first time, I think, in the game, have the number advantage right now.
This is it. This is what they needed. They needed to win the opening engagement decisively without giving away too many lives, and a 4v3 is going to be enough. Midnight on the retake. Not enough. Not enough 2-man pushes, and now they've got themselves in a world of hurt. 3v1. Saints is the last player left alive. Ineffective trades coming through there from Midnight. Quite spread out, though, after that initial fight.
Yeah. And again, doesn't want to let that bomb blow up, so he's going to get himself out of there. FaZe almost knew they were all spinning around thinking, yeah, he's going. He's dipped. But around on the board for FaZe Clan, and again, the search and destroy woes continue. If I'm being honest, we can see that, you know, they're not as solid as they are in the respawns, and this is a team which I'm sure will get better and better at S&D, but, you know, there's only so much time. You know, with playoffs around the corner, got Anaheim as well, huge events, you know, you need to be on point with all the game modes.
It's amazing to think. I mean, if FaZe can tighten up that search and destroy, are we looking at a championship caliber squad? Are we looking at a team that can?
I think so.
100 Thieves. I mean, even the way E United have looked in London, are we able to see something here? It's exciting times. Lacefield once again putting that Paladin to work, unable to find anything, and it could have been easy pickings. There's potential for a 3-man collat in round 4, but round 5 is very slow. Once again, FaZe opting to take bottom middle control as they defend towards B. 1 man sitting back of A on the elbow, and then a player sitting in blue. And this is tense. Scrap's sitting on the donut still. There he is.
Hello.
Little
jump.
I thought he was going to do that again.
I see you.
And this is very tense. Zero just on the outskirts here. Llama picks him off relatively easily as well. Oh, Llama God. Living up to the name. Saints has now managed to push forward and find position. Stun comes through, up close, can't get it done. Asim on the trade, there's 1 more there for FaZe, here on the presence on the bomb site. Scraps can't get into the mix, 3v1, Celium fighting for his life.
Well, it's a 3v1, now it's a 2v1, this has been gifted the kill. I think Cell was dipping out. Well, at this point now, he's trying to look for a weapon so he can actually go back for this, interestingly enough. Will find Parasite, what a disgusting shot that was! 21 seconds and no, my goodness, he spotted him. He's on the bomb. He's weak. He thinks he's defusing. With 15 seconds, he's still going. He's going to spot the stim shot, but he didn't get it off.
Timing is going to be... What is happening here? The clock... Oh, he's going to... No.
He's going to get the kill. He's going to have a 4-kill streak, and he's working towards those streaks. But the problem was there, Miles, he used that stim shot, and as he used it, he got 1 bullet, I think, in his chest, which stopped him going to 150. At that point, you can't challenge. A very, very unfortunate situation for Cell. But can we just appreciate his 2nd kill?
Mate.
Parasite.
Beamed Parasite. Here it is. See you, mate. And you're right. The stim comes through. I mean, he gets that information there, and you see, this was it. Gets the stim, tagged up again, so doesn't get the full heal, can't stay out and take the engagement because, you know, Selim was feeling it. The timing was just a little bit off.
Yeah.
He had a fraction of a second to turn around and hit that defuse and maybe get it, and maybe get the round. But in the end, it was all on him.
Well, Scrap's still on the donut. Zero's found himself a kill. Maddie will be looking to change that up right here. Scraps, oh my!
Oh my.
Cell's going to do the work. That's 2 kills. I don't think he gets the streaks off that, though. Saints shuts it down with a double blast, and Saints again with his 3rd now. 1v2 for Zero.
Zero's had a bit of a slow one. Coughing and choking his way through this one. 1v4. And sitting at 1 and 4 as well in the stats. Excuse me. What am I saying? I'm I'm picking up something. Rings the dinner bell. Here come those hungry, hungry hippos. Saints a blast as they come through. He's trying to bait him out, but they're on his tail. Is he going to be able to pull him away from the bomb site and be able to get that bomb? It's going to be on Saints. It's going to be on Saints to make that check. Now, Zero doesn't have dead silence, so he's making a lot of noise. I mean, they're chasing footsteps right now. Oh, get it, mate. Oh, whoa, no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, there we have it. It's just a little bit of indecision. Like a mistake on picking up that bomb there, and
oh, I thought he'd turn around then and just backhanded Saints for a second. A kill he definitely shouldn't have won. Saints was a very big factor in that round. He picked 3 up down low. Oh, this is actually it, the play of the game, unsurprisingly. And FaZe again, the continued struggle of search and destroy. And the rounds are close, but they're always at a negative in the sense that they're always in a 1v2 or a 2v3.
Don't quite have that. I mean, unless Cells making what crazy plays to try to pull the numbers back, but
very unlike
they are
Straps and Zero as well to be combined 1-11.
Yeah, that's not right. Matty Marshall. He's plant potting right now. See if we can't find something here. Top mid control does have FaZe Clan written all over it right now. Saints is going to be locking down the bottom. Lace also with that snipe down low with the bomb. We're going to see a heavy push now from FaZe. They're going to try and overtake the site quickly. Try to just overwhelm the defenders and Lace that snipe. You can see those red arrows overshooting. They're trying to find something. Scraps is immediately going for the defuse. No one has fallen yet. This could actually work out. He has been killed, so the defuse is down. That's going to be Parasite. Back onto the site. Celium's going for it. Up over the top comes Lace. They've managed to stop the diffuser twice now. Midnight are playing this perfectly. And Lacefield, he finds 1 in the chest of Zero, but it's a 1v1 with Zero. Llama God, can you do it again?
Simply waited. Simply waited. Played the time, played the clock, played it perfectly. Llama God wins it. Midnight with a very, very convincing win. Much like the hard point, and this time the smiles are on the other side of the stage.
I will say my predictions are out the window now. I had this a 3-0 to FaZe, but I'm going to be eating those words. 6-1 in a search. Just as decisive as FaZe Clan's hard point was. Midnight strike back. I mean, that was open and shut. There was no chance. There was no hope for FaZe there in that search and destroy as they absolutely get bodied. Exciting stuff here from our first match of the Pro League friends. FaZe going up against Midnight, all tied up 1-1. When we come back after the break, it's Control. Ladies and germs, welcome back to the CWL Pro League. Side up 1-to-1 FaZe versus Midnight. Now, Control is a fun game type, Phil. 2 zones, 30 lives per team, and FaZe with a perfect record since London. Does Midnight have what it takes to dethrone our current kings of Control?
I don't think so. I really don't. FaZe have been so strong in the respawns, and their teamwork has been on point. However, after that search and destroy, again, you kind of usually would say, you know, after a beating like that, you've got to be a bit demoralized or going into this one slow. FaZe have been losing S&Ds for a while now. You know, they're kind of used to this. I'm sure Scrap's not used to dropping the donut, but I'm sure he'll be wanting to bounce back, of course, in the Control. This team does seem like... Oh, okay, yeah.
It was 0 and 7, he got nothing. But
they smell, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know whether he's talking about Midnight or maybe just 0 in the end.
Oh, we love him. We love him.
But the fact is, and you see them kind of tweeting about it, how good the vibes are in the team. They just got kind of destroyed at Search Destroy, and they're laughing at each other. They're still confident in the series. I'm sure they would like to be picking up these S&Ds, especially the likes of Cell, who's dropping big numbers consistently. But going into Control, to answer your question, no, Miles.
I mean, so. I don't know. It's tough. Well, we've seen the FaZe clan. I mean, I'm rolling my brain back now way to, what, 3rd week of Pro League where Red Reserve was still around, and we called Red Reserve the Kings of Control. And I think it was Gridlock. It was Gridlock where they had an absolutely immaculate record. No one could take him on. No one could bring him down. And now we're having echoes of that here in this FaZe clan roster. And again, it's Scraps and Zeros. It's these wonder kids who have just managed to find this game type and, you know, take it by the scruff of the neck. Seaside up next, though. Very, very different. We're seeing a lot of offensive round wins on Seaside these days. Not something we'd seen in the previous, you know, weeks of the Pro League. The game slowly but surely evolves, and the players start to pick up pace and learn the ins and outs. This FaZe are gearing up for this one. Midnight, I'm not sure. I mean, the more we're talking about it, the more I think, you know what? That explosive playstyle, that hyper-aggression, and that insane talent. Saints, Lacefield. Lacefield started to heat himself up towards the end of the search, and he may have missed a few snipes here or there, but the teamwork for Midnight is starting to find itself again. And they took an absolute hiding yesterday from Optic Gaming 3-0. That's all learnings.
Losing is learning. Winning is teaching. However, Control, for me, still lies in the hands of FaZe. The respawn has been so strong. The worry about every series with FaZe is if you lose one respawn. If you lose one respawn, then you're like, oh, hang on a second.
Yeah, if you lose that first hard point, what are you going to do?
Or if you lose the first, the first and only Control. You know, yes, you've won the first hard point convincingly, but when you're losing the S&Ds as frequent as you are, it's going to be hard to match. However, Racing with a punch. We'll find one blast answering back, and straight off the rip, these lives matter.
Whoa, man, this is blistering from FaZe. I don't quite understand how Asim got in there so quick.
Grapple.
Well, yeah.
No, but not just a grapple, a perfect grapple, like shot at the right time, to the right point.
Perfect grapple, perfect slides. I mean, just unreal. Zero doing work on the outside. Celium, once again, we're seeing it time and time again. That thermal ICR up close, and holy moly, B's gone. 7 life advantage right now for FaZe. I mean, this is powerful stuff.
It certainly is. 7 life lead, Miles. They've lost 3 players.
They capture the zone. Oh man, it's not stopping here. The assault begins from FaZe. Straight out of barrels, trying to hit the spawns. Number 2 and number 1, Zoomer and Zero. And they're going to be putting these players to bed. Is it Z's or Z's all over the place? Zoomer, unreal stuff from him. I mean, that's 4 and 2 right now. 2 and 0 for Scraps. He's managed to get himself off the donut and back into the ring. Midnight will hold for now.
Yeah, nice hold. They're down by 5 lives, not 7, so clawing it back a little bit, and this is a chance where Midnight can, you know, set up camp if you like and start picking up kills, but again, the aggressive fast play from FaZe is very kind of cutthroat. Ace him in and behind again, 2 kills to his name, but Midnight controlling, shutting things down, and now the 7 life lead is down to just 3.
Yeah, they managed to really hold on there. That opening gambit from FaZe paid off so well. I mean, Midnight were completely caught unaware, and once the setup went through, the lockdown that hit the cafe there was just unbreakable. Celium going to be pushed back slowly. I mean, this is a solid hold from Midnight. They're actually baiting this aggression from FaZe really well. They're taking that ruthless assault and using it against them, turning that momentum into damage. It's 12 and 13 Midnight with the life lead.
And Yeah, and FaZe are just looking for that one break. As soon as they get that one break, because they're kind of being so aggressive, you know, they can hold, you know, a push, if you like, into Church and just stack that point. There's only 11 lives each. Midnight have done a really good job holding not only their back line, but also Courtyard. And they've kind of allowed FaZe to get in and amongst Courtyard, but nothing more.
Yeah, that first impression was great, but now they're just stuck on the outside. Dare I say it's, what, third base? They're not getting any closer. Here we have it. They're on the point, getting the cap. First one comes through. 5 lives left now for Midnight. FaZe, you said it. They needed one way in. They needed one entry, and that's it. Once you let FaZe inside, they're going to run you. Celium. And I see him again. Just presence felt. Staggering amount of skill. 2 lives left for Midnight. They're not going to be able to get the contest. And if they do, they're going to have to cost it with their lives. First round goes to FaZe.
But Midnight was so close to shutting it out. You know what I was saying? FaZe are just waiting for that one break. And it's almost like relentless. It's like, okay, we didn't get it. Let's go again. One more chance. Yeah, and somehow they keep pulling it out of the bag. And again, against other teams, maybe they won't. But great plays. I said at the start of the series, had my eyes on Asim. And for me, he was a real key factor in that first round of control. A real special player as well. When you see him using the Sorg, it's his amount of hesitation that you don't see. You know, there's no hesitation in his gameplay. It's kill, move, grapple, move. It's just constantly. You know, how do you play at that pace?
How do you stop that player?
I stopped playing like that when I was like 15. Like I was slowed down. Reactions, no more. I can't even watch him. It's tough. Look at him. He's in there like 4 seconds before anyone else.
Seems cheating. I don't understand how he makes it so fast. The movement is unparalleled. However, Blast, those bullets are a little bit faster than the scene was there. Midnight on the offensive now as they make their way into B. It's a mirror matchup in the first round. They are going to be applying that pressure. Llama God finds 2. That's going to help out. The life count in the favor of Midnight. The capture progress starts to go through. Do they have the metal to hold on, though? Because we've seen what FaZe Clan are like in these close-range engagements. We've seen how well they can play these angles. They're having to give up B.
I think that's the impressive thing about FaZe is when you're in like a 3v4, they peek a corner, someone, again, like Asim, quickly sorgs down a player, and he's out. And it's the fact that they don't get traded in certain situations. If you watch how many kills go down the kill feed, FaZe are very good at trading out kills when they're making them in their favor, but also very good at staying alive as well. And much like round 1, Midnight, the attacking team, do have that life lead, but it's not 7, it's simply only 3. A's done. Oh, sorry, B's done. And now they're heading over to A.
Again, these little duels that Asim's been having. Lacefield on the outside there. Back up to Barrels and Scraps and Selim trying to flush these players out of B. We're seeing Midnight throwing lives at these players, trying to keep them away from the point. Oh, sorry, Scraps doing that. It's just, again, trying to keep these players back, trying to keep Midnight on the back foot. Lacefield, though, he's been alive on this side of the map for so long now. Can he make anything of it? Zuma's going to shut him down. He was the man on the inside. They were hoping to get the play happen. Gearing up for this next attack now. FaZe lock it down. Parasite gets a quick trade through, and again, it's just been slowed down brilliantly by FaZe there. Uh-oh. Saints is in. Lacefield's in. Saints keeps the run going. Scraps is done. 13-17 now. Brilliant stuff from Midnight. They've managed to get on the point.
Yeah, nicely done as well. The trades went in favor of Saints in particular. Cell looking for a big 3 does go down, though. Parasite now doing exactly what Midnight need to do, and FaZe are going to struggle at this point. They're going to be flooding in one by one, and Midnight have control of the contest, though. Are we going to start to see Specialists, Slams, Tempest at the ready? For the kill feed is Grey, and Midnight are taking control.
Or taking control indeed. Saints once again with a brilliant run. 15-9. That was his 15th. That shot punch, and that's it. 4 members of FaZe left. And we are going to see Saints hold on to a Slam. Parasite holding onto the Tempest. This is a great run. Midnight capture progress comes through. Saints in a position now to cut these players off as they try to overextend, and every life counts. 2 left. Saints, he can't get a scene, but it doesn't matter. He's all on his own. It's a matter of time now before Midnight get the round and tie it up 1-1, and very decisive work.
Credit to Saints on the lower side of the map there. He picked 2 kills up, pushed into Church, stayed alive, picked up a 3rd, and it really did elevate Midnight into a really strong spot. And again, that's where FaZe have been so strong in the trading situations, which they were in the cafe, they were towards Barrels. But again, Saints was that one player to kind of step over that line and put Midnight into a very, very strong position. And once we're in that position, we know the talent that they've got, Llama and Lace. That kill feed just lighting up there towards the Church.
A lot of props for Parasite in that round as well. I mean, getting in up close, that Maddox versus those Sorgs of FaZe.
It's tough, man.
That's tough. He manages to win them. If he doesn't win those fights, I mean, who knows? That does not work out. Whoa, Saints managing to get away with his life there on the defensive B. But FaZe have mixed this one up. They mixed it up. They went to A, but Unfriendly Skies are going to be seeing them dropped. The play is still developing, but the players who made their way through mid at that lightning strike. 16 to 11 for Saints. As he's having a great one. 12 and 8 for Parasite. And this is getting tense. They know two members of FaZe are making their way towards A. Now there's only one. The play at B slowly developing. It's all on a Parasite.
The A push kind of fails. Cell go down, so it will fail. And now it's how quick they can be on the Cafe. It's going to be a strong push from A Sim. Lacefield shutting down Scraps and the house up top. And this is a good position for Midnight. Even though they are losing the zone right now, they've got two players pushed up into the opposition's lobby. You know, they're really being aggressive here. Saints find another kill. He's on fire. He's shooting straighter than ever. And he's finding himself in a positive situation. 17 and 13 for him. Attack 5 boost now used for FaZe Clan. Invested heavily. And this is the best I've seen Midnight play in a while here. But Scraps is going to shut things down with a War Machine.
Salim also shutting things down with a trophy system. He finds Parasite. Saints, he's coming in, slams up, he manages to just get in there and find one, but it's not enough to fully stop the play, but Lace is there to keep it alive. Zuma now answers back, 17 to 18, the cap still goes through on B. I mean, this is a very costly push now for FaZe. Specialist coming through, Blast with a lovely 2 on the point. Asim now trying to find his way forward, finds 2 for his own. Lace on the outside, this is back and forth, and the clock is ticking. Saints again, 21 and 14. Keeps the point clear, and once again, we've seen Midnight hold. Midnight have held the defense. Can they keep it going?
Yeah, Midnight for me, again, is Saints picking up these all-important double. The key factor was the slam from Saints that came in. It not only took 2 down, but it took War Machine out of the hands of FaZe Clan. It took down Scraps with a double, trying to contest. 7 seconds left, 8 lives remaining. This is going to be a wild one if they do push and do take over this. 8 to 10, 8 to 9, Asim and Zero going off, 1 in the middle as well, down to a slither of health is Saints. He's going to survive, and B will be captured here. I don't think Midnight are going to push this, but one push is all they have. 7 seconds. They need to be ready and waiting here just for one wave of kills. Midnight have the positioning.
Uh-oh, War Machine's up. That's a heavy investment. That's a late-game investment that's been perfectly counted there by that trophy system. Oh, no. That's 3 now to the trophy system of FaZe. War Machine included, and that could be the dagger. It looks like Blast has actually managed to trade out. He's got a team kill. He managed to get a team kill onto a Saints while finding Zuma. Now Asim's in the back. Asim's in the back trying to find the life count. Trying to find these sneaky kills on the players on spawn. Number 7's back into the mix. Saints, he's at it again.
Saints getting spawn kill, bless him. Lacefield comes to the rescue. And revealed location for Celium. 1 pushed around the outside. 0, 5v6, 25 seconds left on the clock. Everything going in the window, and now 0 with a double 0. Can he find a trick? Yes, he can. It's Cell actually who finds it. But a 4 to 2, and FaZe Clan, after being right at the end of the tether, B, out of nowhere, has sprung into life. Cell and 0. Cell again for another kill. And this man, Cell, he's going to finish it off. What a round. My goodness, my heart is pounding.
Perfect sell there. Getting it done on the back. I want to call out Celium for that positioning. I mean, it was an awkward gunfight to begin with, but look at his spacing. He was just outside of beatdown range on that player. And once that whiff came through, punished.
He's getting more and more comfortable on this main stage. It's a scary thing because we saw him in London. We saw him, obviously, at the start of his, you know, if you like, blank career. But he's getting better and better. I thought it was 0 for some reason on my screen. Apologies for that one.
Wow.
It was Cell who was picking up. Where is 0? 0's number 1. I missed it. Never mind.
He was just behind him.
I think he was in and around him, but again, it's this slide and shooting. It's keeping that movement going, and that's what I'm so impressed with constantly by FaZe. Midnight should have won that.
I mean, there's a few players in the game now who've just got pure mastery of the movement mechanics of Black Ops 4, and Asim is one of them, Celium's one of them. I think a Priester a lot of the time. I think of a Beezy, like these young Sorgs, powerful on the sticks, and it's not just the shots, it's the movement. Here we go. FaZe Clan just giving themselves a remarkable advantage there. Specialist as well. I mean, Zuma's already popped attack 5. We saw Scraps with the War Machine in the last round, but we're going to have 0 ready to go with the Vision Pulse, Asim Slam, and Celium with the Tempest also hot to trot in what could be the final round. And man, they would love to put this one to bed. They would love to close it out after that round, and Asim is flying high. Scraps charging through middle as well. This is an aggressive push from FaZe, and you know what they're going to do now? They're going to be able to put themselves in a position where they could possibly overextend, but I think the timing was just off there. They're going to hold back now and just wait for that push to come through for Midnight.
And at this point as well, Zero is a slither away from that vision pulse, by the way. As soon as he gets it, I can see him popping it. Of course, the opposing team doesn't have a vision pulse. They have a purifier in the hands of Lacefield, but Celas Tempest, as seen with the slam as well. For me, they go for the win here. They go cutthroat, they go kind of balls to the wall and end it. That's going to be a 4 down. Can it be the 5th? Saints, last one alive. Very weak.
He didn't get the full stim. That's unfortunate. Saints is going to be pushed right back there, and oh man, tough situation to be in. He does manage to get the trade. Tempest is up, Celium, perfect tag. Can he find any more in the chain? Oh, the header Parasite. As the Tempest once again rings out, and here comes the Lightning Strike to take care of the respawners. That's going to sting. Finds 2 straight away, finds teammates, but the clock is done. FaZe Clan, after an incredible second round win, close out the third in a blistering fashion.
Zero invested that vision pulse as well, but I think Cell's name was 6 kills of that kill feed, just for a second, a brief second, 2 of which were his teammates. But that, again, round 1 and round 3, round 1 and round 4 were incredible by FaZe Clan. Midnight, of course, pushing them back. For me, should have won one of those rounds, let it slip. I think you were very naive with the trophy system. One trophy takes out all your grenades, all your war machine, but it just like, it kept coming. It's like, is it gone yet? Ping, no, still there. I do want to have a quick recap of that and just kind of see exactly how they were managed to win it. It was an aggressive play style through the middle from FaZe Clan, but again, it was Celium locking things down on the low side of the map.
I mean, Celium is such an incredibly versatile player. We've seen him with that Maddox, we've seen him with the ICR now, and just locking it down, as you said. There was no way that anyone from Midnight could get through, and this is something we've seen quite a lot out of this FaZe Clan. Again, Zero is another player we talk about with this ICR, just untouchable in these 1v1 fights. I mean, Parasite doesn't have a whole lot he can do there. I believe he's running a Maddox at that point. Blast tries to find something with a nade, and without another player who's also running that ICR, has also got that sort of rock steady aim, it's very, very difficult to contest at that range. And Celium just creates so much space for FaZe to work with. And again, all that space is doing is burning the clock there for Midnight, unable to make anything happen. And then when the going gets tough, he pulls out the Tempest, and he finds himself in a position where he's hitting shots like this. Every shot slows him down. Streaks are there if he wants it. It's just blinding stuff from them. And Scraps is picking up kills on the point, but Celium really is a superstar at 27 and 16, 28 and 16, 29 and 16, 12 kills in a row. Just a monster.
Extra 3 team kills as well to end with the streaks. But you asked the question at the start there, could Midnight take this control? You know, do they have that kind of firepower? I briefly doubted myself in that round where they were so strong in the defense, but when you see FaZe come out and push a round back and a team back like that so convincingly, it's almost like, how is this team so far ahead? You know, how are they so good?
There was the first round we saw, again, and interesting to note as well, Seaside Control. We're seeing so many offensive round wins now. And it was, when we saw Midnight win that round, it was close, sure, but it was still like, all right, they can do this. As soon as Specialists came into effect, as soon as Streaks came into effect, that was where FaZe just completely hit another gear. They completely ramped up the action. And there was no way, Maddie, that Midnight could answer back. They just did not have the chops to keep up at that point.
Must be great to have a player like Scraps on your team. Not only who delivers in game, he brings kind of like the good vibes out of the game. Doesn't matter if he drops a donut in a search and destroy. He forgets that and he's right on to the next map as well. Very positive mindset. I think that goes just like his twin for obvious reasons as well. Wuskin brings that to the squad as well for reciprocity. But a recap for you so far in the series. 250 to 93. Dominant. 6-1. Dominant. Control. Pretty dominant too. It's been back and forth, but we're heading to hard point. And FaZe are going to look to end it here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a series of blowouts. One way or another. There is no middle ground. I'm gonna find you. Yeah, that's where you're going.
Or another.
FaZe are gonna get you. Yeah. On Arsenal.
Oh, you're clever, you are, man.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Cheers, bruv. 2-1. FaZe Clan. Looking to end it on the hard point. They certainly won't want to go to the Search and Destroy after getting smacked around in map number 2. However, Cell and the boys are going to get into the mix and get sticky here as the contest comes in. Midnight get a point, so do FaZe, back and forth. Let's get into it.
This is such do or die situation for Midnight. It goes without saying, obviously they're 2-1 down in the series, but to push it to a hard point, to not get the control, I mean, it's not like they had too much of a chance at that point, but I'm happy to see that, you know, this is a great pick now for Midnight. I mean, this is one of their better hardpoint maps. This is one of their better maps in general. I think Arsenal, they're fantastic on, so we'll see how we go. Farmer's doing the best they can. Midnight with the opening gambit here on the lab, and it's working out. They're getting the points. They managed to find some great kills. 3-1 Parasite, 2-1 for Blast. And So far, not looking fantastic for FaZe. They've been kept out of the lab very well. See how we go for the rotation. They're already in there. Number 5, that's going to be Zero. Posting up, back. That ICR being put to work. Yeah! Kill him, Blast!
Get him. One thing I will say, I was so impressed with FaZe's rotations on Seaside Hardpoint. I want to see if they're the same on here, and it was. Obviously on Seaside, it was from the courtyard back to Fountain, and for me, I really want to see how they rotate from, you know, this hardpoint right here to that jet on the other side of the map. They've got the control and they've got the spawns right now. 47 seconds, and from behind is going to be Parasite. Easy kill for him onto Scraps, but he should be shut down by a FaZe member. Saints coming in from the side. He's going to jump on in and find himself in deep water there. Asim, Cell, picking up kills either side, but Midnight, strong start so far.
Superb work. I mean, and what, 2 ICRs? We're seeing Parasite, we're seeing Lacer on the ICRs, 2 Sorgs. I'm not even sure if there's a Maddox right now. Parasite does have a Maddox, there you go. So Midnight really doing a great job of keeping the distance between them and FaZe, and an amazing start, but FaZe have bounced back. They had to bite the orange in order to peel it, and they've fought their way right through onto that second hard point. Over the third we go now. Saints just gets absolutely assassinated right there by Celium. Zuma trying to find the sneaky play here. Parasite, oh, did you see it? He saw it, and he shouldn't have seen it. Should have averted his eyes. It was kind of like that. The Ring, you know, you see that video and you die the next day. Shouldn't have seen it, mate. There we go. Blazeful on point now, and we're seeing Midnight trying to make the counter play, try to get back onto the point. They do have the hard point. They forced the members of FaZe back. But as you can see, the gunfight's actually Blast winning them up back as well. Celium, what can he do on the point?
Well, that's it. Blast was right at the back, but Cell actually snuck his way through. It's not going to benefit him too much here, as Blast still taking people down at the back. Finally falls there to Zuma, and now FaZe Clan will be pushing from that backside. 35 seconds, and now we see a grapple, a trophy, and everything in between. FaZe Clan swarming on in, takes down one. Lacefield answers back. And FaZe Clan, for me, it's an interesting strategy, because this is the point that I've brought up before, of the rotation and how they would go about it. And they rotated well. Unfortunately, Blast got them, but it was very much just throw everything in the kitchen sink at that hill, and eventually it will break. And it does, but again, is it the right time to do that with 20 seconds left? FaZe, though, they pack a punch, man. The power behind this squad is actually scary.
I mean, there's one thing about when you hit that hard point all together in the final few moments, it means you put yourselves in a position to charge the next hard point together.
Yeah.
In a way, but I mean, FaZe have completely split up. They've split this one up hard, and all of a sudden, they're trying to fight a war on 2 fronts, and honestly, right now, it feels like Midnight can handle it. But Zuma, what a stun! What a stun that was! Eat words. Eat those words. FaZe have just mounted a powerful retake. Zero up close. Okay. Fortress Midnight crumbled.
And you say Fortress, that's one of the hardest hills to break sometimes. We see teams take a full 50, 60 seconds off this, and just with a concussion and a push from window, FaZe just made it, again, look so effortless here. Zuma winning his one-on-ones there will get taken down. Nice trade from Parasite and Llama. Coming up jumps here, and we see Asim jumping in very back and forth. But it's FaZe Clan who will come out on top here with another contest for a short second. Asim movement always on point. It's like he dances around this sometimes.
Yeah, he really does. Shots are good. Llama got a little too good for him there. This hard point has been fantastic for FaZe. What a retake that was. Scraps is in this weird moment now where it doesn't seem like he can lose these one-on-ones. He's got such a bullyish attitude to the gunfights. Flipping over now towards Trophy Room, Celium on point. We're seeing a slow mount now come through for Midnight. Lamagod's going to get it done. Zero with a powerful 2-piece to slow the push down there on food, but can they keep it going? Can they hold on? We've seen the hard point flip over. We still have FaZe in control of the spawns. They're going to be closer. Actually, number 1's a little bit further out than expected. Seem now trying to play on point. FaZe flood through. FaZe find the kills. FaZe clean up. FaZe hold on. Celium with the Tempest.
Yeah, last couple of seconds there. Oh, 30 seconds, should I say. Llama is actually making some really nice plays alongside Parasite, and the positioning was key, and it seemed like, again, they have the cover. They have the right position, should I say. But FaZe Clan, again, just kind of use their numbers to their advantage. Again, talking of that position, Midnight, they're in the middle here. This is where it should be a stronghold. We've seen teams just shut down. Like, literally deny teams entrance. And look at this, all FaZe, they group up, they take 2 down, they push on in, they're trying to trade things out, and they have the numbers again. Time and time again, it's numbers, 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 and FaZe Clan. That retake, there's 55 seconds left on the hill.
Yeah, I mean, Midnight, I don't want to call it out, but, I mean, Saints is having a rough one, 6 and 13.
But it was a good setup from Midnight. It wasn't even a bad setup.
They've had it every time. They've had the good setup on gun, they've had the good setup on lab, and FaZe have just marched in and claimed what was theirs. Oh, baby, Zuma. Oh. Oh.
And again, going back to the point, it's not a perfect setup, it's a good setup. But the way they break it, that's a nice tac 5 boost time in there, but 2 fall. It's so beautiful from FaZe. Midnight, though, they have what it takes to win this game. I don't want to rule them out of it just yet. They're 70 points down, but they are climbing back into it. And last time around, they were pretty dominant in the middle half point here, as we can see once more. Asim using that grapple to his advantage. FaZe Clan, they do have 2 players at the back, but 2 players are just spawning out. That's got to be a killer for Zuma. See you on the other side of the map, buddy.
Yeah, great work there from Parasite. Those are the kind of kills that really hurt the clock.
Yeah.
But again, we've said it enough. We have control now for Midnight. Brilliant shots there from Parasite. Tac 5 helps out. Does slow the push there through Connector. Lace will find the gunfight on the other side from the seam as the seam continues the run with 2. Here comes the entry through the back. Selim's got it. Scraps is backing him up. Parasite, what are you going to do? You're being pressured from all sides. And that's the dangerous thing. I mean, they get a lot of time out of that, but the counterplay actually coming through now from Midnight. It's a perfect pinch. Blast still holding down the back. Saints now up top. It sounds like Selim's rocking and Tempest. Midnight, 20 seconds possibly to get out of this one. We're going to see FaZe give this one up. They've shed enough blood, they've lost enough lives, they've given enough points, and now they're going to roll this one away.
First engagements on this next hard point are really crucial as well, and this whole Cell needs to stay alive, use his teammates to bait him out. You can see Zero trying to come for him, but it's a well-read position from Llama, and Llama now has 2 players pinned down, so nicely done from Midnight, with a wall bang coming through here. Midnight will be able to take those back spawns.
That was fantastic work from both teams to push that one forward. Midnight really did a great job of hitting the back, managing to get through. Managing now to get onto the point. Can they find the effective trade? Parasite opens up. Scraps, though, defending with his life. Celium as well. Scraps with 2. And that's going to be a good hold there. The war for the rear manages to be won there by Midnight. They're going to have close spawns, but they have to punch through lobby and they have to punch through those stairs. And Asim has a slam. He can smell 3 players coming. This could be ugly. Oh, wait a minute. He only finds 1.
Oh, Asim found the slam. I think another slam came in on the side of Saints, and he used it. Did not utilize it as well as he would hope, though. Cell Scraps do hold on again. And that hold at the very back, it was nice positioning from Midnight, but FaZe just didn't allow them in. Much like Scraps is not allowing Llama in right now. He's going to get taken from behind with just 15 seconds left on the hard point. It looks like FaZe are going to get that scrap time. FaZe already rotated. FaZe are set up, and FaZe are 35 points away from taking the series.
This has to be a crucial break. This is it for Midnight. They need to make this break work out. Concussion comes through, doesn't find anyone to slip and slide. Underway. Zuma trying to find something in the slide. Lacefield trying to find the Purifier kills, and you know what? Zuma's good, and oh, Maddie!
Wow.
Oh, Maddie!
I think that's worse than a donut.
I know you're winning, but
Taking your whole team out. What?
wait,
What?
FaZe aren't out of it yet. They're still pushing the hard point. They're still finding themselves there. 40 seconds left. I mean, this is good for Midnight. Blast is going to invest the War Machine. That's fine. He's going to find 1. Cell's there. He's going to hit the outside of the map. This is good time. FaZe, that was a flat-out blunder. Matty Marshall blows away 3 of his teammates. Midnight managed to hold the hard point. 222, though, for FaZe. Is it impossible?
I'm just looking forward to the TCL breakdown of how to not win a hard point. Lightning strike your whole team. FaZe still do lead by 50 points by all means, but it is a huge blunder. It's very easy to laugh about because FaZe, again, potentially still win this, or should really win this map and close out the series. But if you look at Midnight, they're getting the scrap time. They've got the spawns for the next one. We saw this very, very situation. I think it was with Reciprocity yesterday, or even the day before, where it just got taken away from them.
We because seen EG do it as well.
Exactly.
Possible. 225 for FaZe. Scraps, this is it. Holding on. The play through the back, though. Blast, he's getting it done. Shots on his Zero's going to push him back. Scraps is still on the point. No, there's a contest just in the nick of time. 188 for Midnight. Is it possible? Can we see the comeback happen?
235, 15 points needed. It can be ended here. Midnight need to push it. A couple of players spawning out, not in the best position. You got Food being controlled by FaZe Clan. The hard point by FaZe Clan. The 3 push from the back as well from Midnight, but it's not going to be enough. Cell finds a nice double lightning strike, but Blast is actually going to find himself a great play, but it's just not going to be enough. They're simply not close enough, and the lightning strike, the Hellstorm, absolutely not going to see that in the hard point. And FaZe, they do come out on top, and they can laugh about the streak usage now. We saw your lightning, bro. We did. It was shocking. I'm sure Scraps will explain. Maybe he put it down in a position and things didn't go as planned, shall we say.
Did not go as planned. Things certainly did not go as planned for Midnight there in the hard points. Again, FaZe, a formidable opponent. It's fairer to say. However, I mean, truth be told, I feel like there was a couple of errors there from Midnight that were unforced. You know, I felt like towards the end there was We're watching Blast like play for streaks when there's 5 seconds for the hardpoint win, and he's just waiting for teammates. He needs something to happen there, but it wasn't really in a position to make anything happen. You got to contest, and the amount of times we've seen now Arsenal hardpoints, reciprocity yesterday against UIU, comes down to the wire. E.g., they set the tone for insane 100-point comebacks on that map, and we have seen the potential for a few now. Still, Midnight, they will go down 3-1 against FaZe. I think a lot of us saw it coming, but not quite. 3-1.
No, I mean, it could have definitely been a different story if it gets pushed to that 5th map. But FaZe, again, they're so strong on the respawns. And I will say again, I think they may have just set a record for the most amount of team kills via streaks. We saw Cell in the first in the control, Lightning, Hellstorm. I think that took down 3 players, Scraps as well. But the crazy thing is, and we can smile and laugh about it, it didn't matter. You know, the control admittedly was right at the end of the game, but that streak usage from Scraps as well, because his whole team just simply pushed a little too far forward.
Against a better team, that kind of mistake could have cost them. I'd love to know what the hell just happened. Our PlayStation Instant reaction on the stage with JS is, of course, with Scraps.
Thank you, Miles. First off, I wanted to ask about that S&D. That was a really tough map for you in particular. We saw that donut you dropped. What was going on there?
I just want to say, I dropped a donut. We lost 6-1, and everyone else went like 1-6 and 1-7. So I may have dropped a donut, but they all just did just as bad. So yeah, that's the first donut I've ever dropped. Fair play to them. They counted us the whole series, and we smoked them in the respawns. But I do want to say, the lightning strike at the end of that hard point, I didn't want to go game 5. I wasn't costing my team. On this game, you call the lightning strike in, and if the team run towards you, it drags the lightning strike with them, and that's why it killed all my teammates, unfortunately. But I started shaking at the end, and I thought it was going to cost my team the map, but we ended up winning it, luckily enough.
Great. I know a lot of people were wondering about that. Looking at Control, you guys are still undefeated on Control. What makes you so strong on that game mode?
I don't know, just the way we play it. Once it comes down to the crunch, we was in a 5v9, I'm pretty sure, on an attack, and we had to cap the point in church. And we somehow ended up getting like 4 or 5 kills, one after the other. I don't know, when it comes down to crunch, this team lives for it, and the passion's there, and we don't give up until it's actually over, and it shows.
Finally, I hear that you and Wuskin have a birthday coming up next week. Do you have any birthday wishes you'd like to say to your brother?
Happy birthday, Wusk. I'm buzzing I don't look like you anymore. You're the uglier twin. We're not related. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction on over to Katie at the desk.
Thank you, Jess. And all right, guys, you think Wuskin or Scraps? Who's the, and I quote, uglier twin?
I'm not judging that. I'm a male, and it doesn't happen.
He said, I'm the better looking twin. We're not related anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't make sense.
All right, well, there you have it. Of course, FaZe Clan taking it 3-1 over Midnight. I was securing themselves up there in that top 4 ranking here in Division A. Again, good performances and being able to regain Nameless after, you know, donuts from Scraps and maybe not the strongest performances on S&Ds. They still be able to come back and close it out.
Yeah, it seems like they've just accepted to lose Search at this point.
I've never seen a happier team after a loss.
Right?
Yeah, they're just smiling like,
Don't matter.
you know, Control's coming up. We haven't lost it. Let's go this next Control and body them, and they did just that. Although Midnight had a couple good situations, and no, I think that team kill that Blast had in round number 3, it was unfortunate. He killed Saints with the War Machine, put him in a spawn trap, which kind of threw that round away. Got down to the final moments. I think that was sort of the turning point in that map. And from then on out, they just dominated them.
It was that round. They were up a decent amount of lives before that point.
Yeah,
and
they were.
Blast team killed, I believe it was a Seam spawn kills Saints, and then they have to come back and find a Seam. And then Selly was able to pick up that 2-piece that you guys saw on cam. But it's the same thing with Midnight that we were talking about before. When they have these leads going in, whenever they choke something, they fall apart. Like right after that, the next round was like a 10-second round. They got blown off the map, and then the hard point wasn't close. It's just once they feel like they're in a spot to win and they don't, the team always crumbles.
Well, you guys talked about it specifically, too, like the team kills. You can't be team killing like that. We saw it again.
Blast seems to always get those team kills, but let's also talk about Seaside. Why are they playing? I know that they're like auto vetoes, like
It's Hacienda.
It's Hacienda. Or Hacienda, yeah, whatever. Play it. Like, you're playing Seaside and you're losing it every time, and even if you're getting closer, you're still losing it. And then right there, you get blown out of the water 250 to 90. Like, try it out, right? We haven't seen them try different vetoes.
What's the worst thing that can happen if they play Hacienda? I'll tell you, they'll lose.
Yeah.
But they're losing every single time they play Seaside anyways, and only like one of them was even close. They've been getting blown out on that map. Just go try another map, try something out. But I guess they figure they haven't had time to work. They changed their specialists and stuff. Try something else out. I don't know. It's not my team. Maybe Brian Sain has an idea of what he wants them to do, but who knows?
Usually you would charge for that advice. No.
Midnight, it just doesn't matter.
Okay, Study, do you think that this kind of them FaZe just giving up on S&Ds because they'll win respawns, do you think that's going to come back and bite them at some point?
That's definitely going to come back and bite them, but they're going to definitely go back and focus on that because it's the old term. S&D wins you championships. They're an unbelievable respawn team, but if you're losing 6-1 and everyone across the board is 1-6, 0-7, then you definitely know that that is one game mode because if you get that
S&D wins championships unless you're hungry.
Yeah, right. In terms of respawn, though, there's too many strong teams out there. Like, 100 Thieves is an outlier. There's too many strong teams out there for them to be able to win consistently respawn versus the other top teams.
They need to focus
on I think this is in a tournament format after they have some time as well when they go home to go over some stuff. I think they'll be fine in Search and Destroy. They have some great search players historically, and also Selim's a great search player too. We just haven't seen it as much here in the Pro League, but yeah, I think it's just need to figure it out. Like
I just feel like their entire team is like relied on a lot of individual players in S&D. Like Selim, he's usually an island player. Same thing with Asim. His pace is really hard to keep up with. And we all know Zuma, he was always meant for his flanks. So they just have to be able to get their teamwork working because I feel like they're just playing way too individual right now.
And you can't do that in Search in this game. That's one thing that's a lot different from other titles is that individual go out an island, get a first blood, or make it into a two-piece. That's kind of how Selim, Zuma, and Asim like to play. You can't really do that in this game. So they have to learn how to kind of have some more teamwork in the searches.
Yeah, no going rogue on your S&Ds, fellas. But let's bring up our schedule because moving things right along. We have Evil Geniuses and Reciprocity coming up next. Again, today's the last day for this 2-week block of Division A, where we've seen a lot of things happen. It's definitely not been boring, to say the least. But again, if you're just tuning in, I want to remind you that FaZe Clan 3-1'd Midnight. Not getting the win Midnight was hoping for, but coming up, we're going to talk about EG versus Rec. more matches to get through today. Again, I said it before, but if you missed it, FaZe Clan took down Midnight 3-1 in our first series of the day. But now we have to talk about Evil Geniuses and Reciprocity. EG had a very strong week last week, and now they're facing some tougher opponents this week. So down 0-2 overall, but
1-2.
1-2.
yeah, not getting rolled over by any means.
They're 1-2 this week. I mean,
They're putting up a fight.
No, yeah, I mean, they lost 3-2 to FaZe. They had a 2-0 advantage, and FaZe made a comeback. But it was still a really good series. And Optic, they lost 3-0, but the maps themselves were all competitive.
Besides the control.
Yeah, besides the control. No, the map 1 was close. So it was
that's what I said. The maps were the only map that was competitive was map 1 in my opinion.
Map 2 was the rounds. Map 2.
They came down to clutches. They lost all the clutches.
That's competitive. They came down to. Are you serious?
Still lost 6-4.
They came down a bunch.
Still lost 6-4.
Are you serious?
They lost 3 back-to-back clutches. I don't really consider that.
Whoa, I guess it's only competitive if it's 6-5, 1v1. Yep. You heard it from Nameless.
Absolutely.
Stunny, how do you feel about that?
Well, I felt like it was a competitive series when they played Optic. Besides that third map, you know, they played the first map. I'm pretty sure it was like 250 to 200. Then the S&D was like 6-3, something like that, with a couple of rounds that just didn't go in favor of EG. But overall, and then they went into the control, and it was just a smoke fest from there. But I felt like it was a great series for them. It definitely showed like where they were standing up against Optic, where their weaknesses are, and definitely control for me is definitely their weakest point.
I mean, again, look at Phantom stats, really just stepping up for this team. Again, we've talked about a lot of players who show that they deserve to be where they are. And those stats, again, if you missed it, he's leading EG and KD for all 3 game modes, Nameless, and that is a pretty impressive stat to hold.
Yeah, I mean, he's risen to the occasion. He's been a star in hardpoint, and he's been going off on control as well at times when they play Arsenal, of course. When they've been playing Frequency, it hasn't looked so good. But yeah, this guy, he's been a beast, and he's stepping up to the plate for sure here in Pro League.
The thing for me, this series is definitely going to come down to just the control. EG are 8-2 in hardpoint, and Reciprocity are 5-0. But we know how bad of a team Reciprocity can be in control. And then we know on the side of EG as well. It's just going to be up and up for me. It all depends on like how certain players are going to decide to perform. Like Den's had a wonderful day for me yesterday, and same thing with Shawnee. We're just seeing players that we usually weren't seeing step up before and just feel more comfortable in their roles. And they definitely look a lot stronger.
Well, this is going to be a tougher match for them. Like they played UIU and LG, 2 broken teams at the very bottom of the leaderboard, and they've set themselves apart from the worst teams in the division. But now they're going up against Evil Geniuses, who have got a few wins here, and they've taken some really good teams to the wire. So we'll see how Reciprocity really stand with this new roster going up against EG here in a moment.
Also, I feel like this 5-0 that Rec has in hardpoint is not all telling. Like a couple of them have just been super close against teams that are not at the top. Like they're not some hardpoint juggernaut. I give that edge to EG in this match. So they're really going to need to secure that S&D. They've been doing a great job again in S&D this week, and then take that control from Evil Geniuses.
And do you think we might see improvements, Nameless, on the side of Reciprocity just for Dens having a little more time and a little more time to get comfortable and more time to play with the team? Shake off the rust.
Yeah, I think the confidence, they have it in themselves now, and I think Dens knows what he needs to do for this roster. He needs to put Dylan in those power spots. He's making Shawnee feel a lot more comfortable, and then also in their last match, Zed started to play a lot better as well. So I think sort of as a collective unit, they're a lot more comfortable now that they've played a little bit more. And keep in mind, they get to scrim here before and after their match, so they're getting those reps in.
And Evil Geniuses then, Pac-Man, do you think, whether a win or loss on this, are they going to come out kind of this 2 weeks in Division A looking just middle of the pack, or do you think they can ascend to kind of some of the higher tiers here?
I mean, they can definitely ascend. They have world champion in their team. Right now, they're still like a higher middle of the pack team. Whether or not they win in this match or not, I expect them to win it, but if they lose it, I mean, they'll be upset about it, but realistically, they can go home and still work on the issues and work from where they have been these last 2 weeks. They're looking a lot better. This one match is not going to determine where they are. This one match is important, though, for the standings going forward and for playoffs. So they really want this win.
Well, that's a very good point, again, because we've talked about the for sure that obviously we've said Optic has the #1 seed going into Anaheim, but there's everything else is so in motion that you don't really know where people are going to land, going into Anaheim and then going into Miami, which will be playoffs. I mean, at that point, you have a lot of these teams, Nameless, kind of wondering, it's maybe a little more important for them to get those wins.
I mean, absolutely, right? Like getting top 4, that's what you want, because you don't want to have to go through that play-in, which is going to be very stressful. We're going to see some crazy matches.
That plan's going to be
our season is setting up for like the craziest playoff tournament ever. I'm so excited. Like we might see like Luminosity playing Splicer, and
Splice is in that spot.
Single limb round 1 and playing to make it into like the bracket. That's crazy to me. That's crazy.
And it's not going to be that same Luminosity that we see today, right? Like, it's going to be a highly improved version of themselves at the bottom of their division. That's just going to be incredible.
And you want to see it, though. You want to see that competition. You don't want to see, you know, one outlier smoking everyone else. And I think that's what's been great about this game so far is that you have so many teams who are so very competitive. And now, on that note, we are ready to get into our series. So we'll hand it back over to our casters, Miles and Momo.
Thank you very much, Desk, and thank you, Jay, for that cheeky little slurp towards the end. It's a good company, man. I love you, buddy. Okay, so what is now heralded as possibly the premium bout of the day, EG versus Rec? I cannot wait.
I'm excited for this, Miles. I am excited for this one.
Yeah.
This is the one which, honestly, I didn't know. I was the morning I was on Rec's side, the afternoon I was feeling EG. I tell you what.
Hot and you're cold.
I've got some very, very, like, analytic... This is deep. This is deep. You ready?
No. Okay, now.
Went into the bathroom.
Yeah.
It always starts in the bathroom
Always
here in
starts in the
MLG
bathroom.
Arena. Attach.
Yep.
He's doing his business. After this, like, I've not got time to warm up. I'm going to have to now play without doing my business.
Oh.
If we lose, it's your fault.
Oh.
So Apathy, he's playing on main stage. Hasn't done his business.
Got a full tank of gas
Full
up there.
tank again.
Got a full tank. App's up there with a full tank. They're hoping to get through map 1 and 2 and get to that break as quickly as they possibly can. The man himself right there.
He prioritized warming up, as quoted by Jess, and taking it up.
Over answering nature's call. We love to see it. Wow, when did the CWL get all about toilet breaks? When did that happen? I blame myself. On the other side of the stage, though, friends, Reciprocity have had a great week as well, currently sitting at own 3, and I think for them, a lot of the question marks surrounding Dens coming onto the squad. Obviously, Monday was great for them. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, they've managed to take down LG 3-1. They took down UIU 3-2 in an incredibly exciting series. And same, can they do it again here? Can they do it against EG? I mean, this is definitely the toughest opponent they're going to be facing in this event, in this week, sorry. Hey, Midnight, there's another 3 there. Can they do it? EG.
They certainly can. I think for both teams, a win is on the cards for both teams today. They play the cards right, of course. We saw yesterday, Reciprocity kind of coming up trumps and doing the business. EG, though, this time, for me, are going to be a team which will push Reciprocity. In those hard points that they've been so successful at, I think they're going to struggle, and I can see EG taking map number 1. I really can, and again, it's because of the individuals, but for me, it is their teamwork on hardpoint, which is really, really nice to see. Phantoms, of course, we saw him leading in all KDs across the board. But Attach, Cap, back together again.
I want to go back to what Pac was saying about hardpoint records for Reciprocity. Yeah, it's great, but they're managing to make, you know, comebacks against UIU. They win that one by 2 points.
Exactly.
Midnight, who haven't looked stellar in the hard points. Luminosity, who haven't looked stellar. You know, it's that their opponents haven't been there. Now they're going up against a team that will give them the hands, will fight them on the rotations, that will give them tough marks in the in every aspect of the hardpoint matchup. I mean, this is going to be the test for Rec. This is going to be the real showing of where they match up, because both teams currently sitting middle of the board. EG, again, a miraculous turnaround from started this one off 2-9. So far, so good. Seaside up first. Frequency Arsenal. That Seaside again. The 2 opening Seaside hardpoints have been very exciting. They always are.
2 opening Frequency S&Ds as well.
Yeah.
We've seen a bit of a similar one to of course, the previous series. I know yesterday, me and you, Miles, you know, we got to kind of vision it to ourselves. Becoming a trend almost. FaZe Clan doing the business, then Scraps and Zero be watching Wuskins play. He kind of does his steals, chills out, watches his brother, and I saw him. I tell you what, he's a critical brother. He was like, do this, do that, what are you doing? Stay alive, you're an idiot.
Yeah. I wonder if he's still got the right to do that after today's performance in that search. The donut. They got hammered, man. Wow.
To be fair, what he said was,
sort it out,
the rest of
FaZe.
his team were awful.
Oh no, they got the hand.
But at least you get 1 kill, you know?
That was terrible. Seaside up first, friends. If you just joined us, this is our second matchup of the day, and possibly one of the closest matched, especially on paper. In Black Ops 4 here in the Pro League, here at the Emoji Studios. Anything can happen. It's the Imaginarium, this place. If you can dream it, if you can meme it, you can capture it, gif it, and put it on Twitter. Here we go.
EG, hardpoint, Seaside. We've just seen it played pretty much perfectly by FaZe Clan.
Perfect's the word. I'm keen to see how Phantoms, will he have his way with Reciprocity as he has done with so many teams in the league so far. Dylan's on point. Dylan's going to be getting the openings.
Dylan scored per minute as well. Literally every single day at the end, we're kind of packing up, we're walking away, and we're going through the stats. Every time, Dylan, I think for the third time in a row, he's top of damage per minute. It's a joke. It's a joke. The amount of interactions and damage he deals for a squad is incredible. Reciprocity off to a strong start, 20 points to the name. EG trying to break from all angles, but it's going to be denied by Dylan. Zed and Wuskins combine. Exotic does find a double, as does Wuskins. But Reciprocity, again, it's the collapse that they put on top of this. Absolutely beautiful. Don't have the rotations locked down just yet, so EG should be able to capitalize on that. But look at number 9. They spawned out, pushed forward, and number 9 is going to get right at the back. It's Shawnee.
That's very fortunate for Shawnee, though. He's got to capitalize on that, though.
I'll say fortunate, but also that was the best play for Reciprocity. Woo! They got the kills and pushed forward, which spawned 2 of EG out.
There we go. Stuns are up, straight through the point. Shawnee, he doesn't manage to get the help. Dylan gets pushed back, which unfortunately means that Shawnee fights that battle against Phantoms alone, and that's it. Apathy trying to make his way through front church. The pinch is on. EG are still winning the gunfights there on the point, and here we have it. Dylan slipped through. He doesn't have enough to get rid of everyone on the point. Shawnee's back in from the grave. Shawnee dies. Shawnee has risen. Shawnee will die again.
Up and down. It's like a roller coaster ride right now, and Des found himself a double. A loop-de-loop, shall we say. Dylan's found himself streaks at 5 and 1. After all that chaos that just went down, the only death Dylan picking up, of course, being up in the cafe. And now sliding in will be two of EG. And a knife bait and switch there coming out. Dylan! With another triple.
I'm sure Dylan can hear us, because we can certainly hear him from where he's playing. 8 and 1 for the young Irishman. 3 kills in a row for himself, and now 2 streaks.
4 points for EG.
That's 4 points. And you know what? This is the tough scenes for them, because may have control of Fountain, but Dylan's got streaks. I mean, if he doesn't win that gunfight, straight in off spawn now, he's going to be able to drop something on that Fountain. A very exposed open area, no cover whatsoever. Here they come. We're going to right on over here, attach. You may win the gunfight, but there is a whole load of ordnance, and here comes Wreck. They're going to take the point. 3 members going to spawn. Perfect timing up the back, though, so EG, they do have reinforcements to take this fight.
Yeah, 80 points for Reciprocity, but they're in and amongst the enemy. Exotic will fall, but it just seems like they're flooding, and even from a poor position, they just get kill after kill, and EG, a team which we, dubbed a team which will push them at hard point. Not today, it seems.
Dylan's having his way with you. 11 and 3 still. Go back to those stats every now and then. Struggle streak for attach currently on EG at 2 and 8. Still, see if they can't turn this around. 102 climbing now. That first milestone broken for Wreck. Shawnee lighting it up.
Shawnee's like, nice try, App.
Cheers.
I saw that one coming.
How many rings? No problem for Shawnee. As they hold firm. Now, as we go over to the next hard point, Dylan finds 2 with a slam. Wine Barrels has been a very storied, dramatic hard point for many, many events, and we'll see if we can see some magic from Wreck here. EG, yet to be able to find the break, yet to be able to find anything. Dylan! Oh, baby, finds 2. More streaks for Dylan. Dylan, what? How many more can he get?
The answer is none, however. Zed's been going off on the side of this. 11 and 6, make it 12 and 6. 13 and 6, 4-kill streak for Zed. Got a Hellstorm still to play with. Dylan is making magic right now that is 17 and 4. The 2 Sorgs right now are combining for 30 and 10. Quick maths on that one as we see a 130-point lead for Reciprocity. 2 streaks, all the kills, all the points. EG!
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
Woo! What is this? EG.
They're laughing on the stage. They're literally laughing at them right now.
This is what a transformation this squad has undertaken. What is happening with EG? I mean, we know that Apathy needs a P, but there's not enough to warrant this. Zed War Machine up, fighting his way forward. The flak jackets are there though for EG. They are going to hold on. Dylan's Hellstorm coming through. Let's see the flak jacket handle that kind of missile, but still. EG have got this one on lock. Reciprocity, they have not found the secret to breaking through to the second set of rotations. Touch up top, trying to get in the mix now. 5 and 12 for him. It's been a slow start for EG. Slow start. Maybe comes down to the bad warm-up they had. But man, Reciprocity. Whew.
I don't think there was any warm-up, if I'm being completely honest, potentially here. And attack 6 and 12, it may be showing. 4-kill streak for him as he was negative 10 going into that hard point. He comes out a little better, but really, they might have got some points, but it's no closer to getting back into this game. 180 to 35. And again, this kill feed right now is all evil geniuses, but it's not really changing much here.
No, it's the makings of a lot of kills. But the final 10 going to get EG just over the 50-point mark. But once again, we've got Wreck in position. Zed, he's going to be watching the back end of barrels. Number 9 is going to be coming through. That's Shawnee. Once again, Shawnee, 12 and 10. Does have streaks as well. Waskin coming in off spawn now. Zed can't hold the front line forever on his own. Shawnee's stationed up.
80 seconds of hill time for Shawnee as well. He's putting the majority up for reciprocity. You know, he's in and amongst the kills and the time as well, and he's going to pay for it just there. He'll get traded out after JCap. Jump on in, make some kills, and Dylan's struggling there for the second. And Denz and Zed, of course, out to help him. And Denz is a player we really haven't kind of talked about too much in this series. You know, he's still in and amongst the kills, 9 and 13, but he's just simply being outshined right now. And you know, that's not even a negative for Rec.
I mean, it's interesting though. I mean, at the same time, number 6 spawns out. Waskins is not going to be able to get into this gunfight early on, but we do have the control go the way for Rec. They still have those streaks to help hold the line if they need to use them. I mean, Denz is the sort of player right now. I mean, he's filling the role perfectly. We've heard the way he speaks in the interviews. He's very, very humble. He allows the boys, he allows the Zeds and the Shawnees and the Dylans to go forward and do the magic. But so far, we're seeing a slight slowdown for reciprocity. They hit peak form to start this map off. Dylan, 24 and 11.
Dylan
somehow kills himself.
He spawned out, so he just jumped off the map, waited for the Hellstorm to come in, I think. And now he spawns right at the back of Fountain.
Love it.
Oh, Dylan.
Just done a ritual suicide there to give himself the best advantage they possibly could have. Sweet child of mine. 220 and climbing 30 for the win. Dylan is unkillable. I take that back. Attach gets him done, but 225. We're almost there, friends. Reciprocity fans, the world over can rejoice at what a stellar performance this has been. Shawnee's streaks come through. Dylan 20 and 10 for Zed, 28 and 13 for Dylan, as Dylan's still rocking and rolling on the back. He finds 2 more. I mean, the bad things come in threes. This one has been staggering. Reciprocity, it is not over yet, but now it is.
Those two standing up right there were fighting each other, I think. That was the only fight going down on the main stage. A combined 51 kills for the pair of them. I think they had about 22 deaths between them as well. And it really was just kind of 2 of the best Sorgs going at it right there.
Coach Revan, get in there quickly.
Get in faster.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know, that series really tickled my pickle, man. That map was wild.
It was certainly.
What is this?
EG on the second set of rotations actually got a couple of points on Cafe and the rotation towards Courtyard. But apart from that, it was such a one-sided affair, much like, obviously, the FaZe game itself. Incredible to see a team kind of come out so strong for what we dubbed as kind of the closest matchup. This hardpoint was meant to be a very close matchup, but even on the desk, you know, we thought Rec may be a little bit weaker due to, obviously, who they played and who they beat.
No, so far, so good. Before the start of the matchup, Jess had a chat with Denz.
Thanks, Miles. That's right. And so it's funny because I'd caught up with him at the beginning of the week, right when he's first coming in to sub in for Tommy, and then I caught up with him here at the end, and he had a pretty similar attitude both times. You know, he's saying, well, we're coming in with not a lot of practice, and for this series versus EG, he did say that he thinks is going to be their toughest match of the week, and even though they're playing so well, he said that he actually thinks that EG was the favorite to win here in this series. Over on the side of EG, I did catch up with Attach, and one of the first things he said to me coming into this series was, he said, Reciprocity are on fire. I said, yeah, well, they're playing really well, so does that scare you? Are you scared of them at all? He goes, we're not scared of them, but we respect them. So that's all I've got. Miles and Momo, back over to you guys.
RESPECT. Find out what it means to either of these teams as we go into the search and destroy. Respect is a interesting way of putting it, because I feel like EG are also another team that have been on fire recently. They've been looking fantastic in their turnaround of their own right. So, I mean, I'm surprised. I'm still a little surprised. I'm still a little gobsmacked. That first map, not what we thought. Not even close. Not even close.
And again, it kind of shows the caliber of when a player like Dylan can go off. I mean, that's usually the case. Not to that extent, but he had Zed right by him doing the exact same side by side. They're probably watching each other's screens at that point, just fighting tooth and nail. But as Shane jumps on the mic, gives the boys a quick coach. I'll see how they find S&D.
I've just found it, and this is the meme in my head. So there's Gimli, and Zed is Legolas, and they're counting their kills at the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Okay.
Photoshop wizards in the chat. You, Twitch chat, I'm talking to you. Do your magic. You know where they're counting kills, and like, yeah, you know, Lord of the Rings fans unite.
I was always a big Gimli fan.
Never toss a dwarf. I think that makes Denz Aragorn. The Fellowship of the Reciprocity. There's their next piece of content. You heard it here first. They've done Star Wars, now they can do Lord of the Rings. Okay, EG though, Search and Destroy has been great for them. We've seen Attach time and time again, big snipes, fantastic teamwork between all of them. And Phantoms, you know, those KDs don't lie. He is a serious threat.
He's a demon.
He's a threat to the lives of everyone in the game. I hope they can turn this around. I mean, I think EG for them, yeah, as you said, the warm-up might have been the issue for them. Coming into this series a little bit cold, and Reciprocity clearly not. Frequency, though, is a small map. Very close, very tight. We've seen Dylan and Zed pop off on this one in the past, but it's exactly the same thing could be said of EG, especially in the current form.
That's it. I mean, you can have a game which goes so one way, and it's very easy to sit back and just be like, this is a 3-0. But you got into do two different game modes, which, yes, Reciprocity are great at, but EG have been, time and time again, this past couple of weeks, been very, very strong themselves. Looking at Phantoms to maybe do a bit more damage. He's been so consistent, and he didn't really kind of have much of an effect. Well, EG didn't full stop, really, in that hard point. So S&D, different story. We're going to see a full-fledged A push here by Reciprocity. See how EG adapts. Apps in and out and hand it.
But look at that.
Teammate.
It was just a poke. It was a friendly poke, and now Wrecker all the way back to B. JCap lined up with the ICR. That's going to come in very handy right about now.
That is only going one way when it's a 5v2 or a 4v2. And it's all Dylan. Once again. Didn't expect that player to be there. Shawnee caught off guard. Now a 4v4. Bomb has gone down. So maybe favor Zed and the boys of Reciprocity for now. But again, EG, they can come up top. They can pitch around. One player that's going to make it easy is Zed, though.
Talk about that kill from Shawnee. Sometimes just the importance of just holding your lane and just sitting and chilling. Not moving around too much 4-2. They're not defending the bomb site. They're hunting these players down. Reciprocity.
Zed and Dylan fighting for the kills as well. 2 each, and one's going to take their own life. It's a race.
That only counts as one. Oh, God.
I was waiting for you to make an impression. Miles loves a good impression. It's very good at him. Hope you guys enjoy him as much as I do back home. Otherwise, probably 20, 30,000 frustrated people right now. Zed, though. Shot punch on point. And again, talking of good vibes in FaZe, good vibes clearly in Reciprocity. I know they've very recently had a roster change, a small one that be, but everything just seems very A-okay in Rec Camp.
It's wild, isn't it? It's just so peaceful, fun-loving team. Slight mid-presence there from Evil Geniuses, Dylan with a nade. Oh, baby, right in the mouth of the Taj. That was a fantastic grenade.
Got another one.
Great job, Paradox.
Talking to Zed down low in the pipes, trying to find another kill here. Drop it down, it's going to be Dylan. I thought it was Shawnee for a second, but Apathy catches him off guard for that one. A nice kill, a nice play by EG. I like this. Grenade. Doesn't connect, but that 3 is going to be damaging, and Dent will be looking to get 1 here. Paladin. Oof. Not the best weapon of choice right now, but he's looking to regroup with Shawnee. The bomb being fully pushed out, and potential rotate towards A. I think Wuskins and Shawnee have read it.
Great use of the mini-map there, Shawnee, as soon as he saw Dent, well, sorry, Wuskins pulling up behind him. Quick gets out. Oh, Wuskins just missing that one. He has full knowledge that the bomb is going down. Full knowledge that the players are right there. Finally finds one. Levels the playing field, but look at that aggression from EG.
Third time lucky with the sniper. Shawnee almost trying to bait one of those players to dip out to the mid, and there is an EMP, I believe, in the hands of Wuskin. Jumping up, this could be a quick play. Looking for the shot punch, the trades go down, and JCap with a double. A round really EG should have won, and they do come out on top with JCap there finding that all-important double, but very, very close towards the end there.
I was curious to know, I wonder if JCap, if this was hipfire, or if he ADS for this kill. Yeah, a little bit of both, love it. At that range, the Strife is lethal. And we've seen that. The last few weeks of Pro League, the Strife really coming into its own. Cap stands. Job of getting back into this one, mostly off the back of Cap, sitting at 4-1.
Oh, hard to take that shot when Dens is wiggling back and forward.
Get out of the way, Dens.
Now, last time they were spotted at A, they rotated to B. This time, it looks like a different story. Oh, Phantoms. Oh, my, anticipate that when, you know, you're in a 4v2. They're going to be together, and Shawnee finds the double with the ICR there. Nice position. The way he repositions on the second kill as well, if you watch it, he kind of anticipates him coming through. And when you're in that mantle position, you haven't got your weapon for, you know, half a second. And that hip fire was up troubles.
Shawnee can window is so strong watching over top me, because you know if you've got the bomb down towards, or if you've got the bomb down, they know that. That one just passes right through Phantoms. There's a ghost joke in there for you, friends, but I'll leave that up to you. Dylan surging forward.
See how Dylan used Wuskin's oversight though? Just to kind of get up close and personal. He knew that the sniper was kind of covering his path. Teammate does drop down. Den's yet to pick up a kill. Round number 4 could be his though. We'll have to wait and see. For that one, EG now recovering that bomb. Look at number 10 and 8 though. App and attacks. They push right through B. They've cleared it all out, and now they're probably screaming at their teammates to get over here and get this bomb down.
It's so hard. I mean, Exotic, I've been in that situation. Apathy gets cleaned up, perfect teamwork coming out of them, and now JCap on his own, just going to have to run for it. I mean, he does have a nade to work with. He was at 575 on points, but very, very difficult situation. And in that slow start from EG, the fact that Exotic got picked off quite early, the fact that they were very pensive in the approach, they weren't committal to either site, I mean, it just put them at the disadvantage. Being indecisive like that sometimes at the start of search and destroy rounds, just it costs you not just the kills, the first bloods, but it costs you the kind of mid-round, the late round, where you're forced to play the enemy's game.
Wuskin's EMP was really strong. When he threw that down, I think it tagged up both. They obviously got Phantoms who planted the bomb. But again, it kind of disorientated everyone. Now Dens will be staying well out of Wuskin's way this. Oh my.
No, he won't!
Oh my god.
What? Oh, Dens. You think there would have been a little bit of communication there, like, Dens, you're just in the way.
I don't think I've said anything as inaccurate during a cast my entire life. Ever. Dens will be staying well away from what.
Boom.
That was it. That was it.
Mate.
Guys who got shot in the head.
Oh no, I did.
Sorry, mate. Dens, what are you doing? What are you doing, Dens?
Easiest double there for Exotic ever.
He knows it. He loves that. Oh gosh, what a round. EG. I mean, there's a chance to get back before that match, before the end of the hard point. He said if his streaks come through and he kills his team, they could have lost the game then and there. They could have been punished and they could have lost, and it would have all been on him. Team kills are bad, friends. I don't care how funny you think you are. Round 6, hyper aggression now for B. Geniuses.
Stens and Zed down low. Trying to be a cohesive double. Now they're going to be pushed. Zed falls. Dens backs away. I thought Dens died then, but it was actually a screen change. Shawnee goes down. Dens still alive, straight at the back though. EG have dominated down low once again here, and no one was able to trade out that kill.
Wow, I really thought that was going to happen. Waskins with the perfect sort of instincts to know that player was coming through there. Quick regroup now for Reciprocity as they try to retake the site, but attach first line of defense, cluster at the ready. I mean, any more than one player and he could possibly make that work, but Paladin up close and personal. Thatcher's going to get away with his life. Paladin comes through now. App's head's gone. Waskins, have you got any more? What else have you got for us? Nothing, as there it is. EG with the round, they hold firm. You know what the biggest takeaway for me so far, Phil, was that Phantoms, the mighty Phantoms, are sitting at 0-5.
I mean, Den's only just got his first kill right there. Wuskin does connect with this first kill onto Apathy, and it would have been a different story if he hits that second, but very hard task to complete there for Wuskin. And for me, the weakness was in Rex event was down low. Zed and Dens just kind of got pushed by 3 people, and no one was able to trade the kills. Now 3 and 3. Round 7, like you said, Phantom's looking for his first kill. Number 7 on the minimap.
Wow, Tatch managing to open this one up fantastically. He's got JCap backing him up as well. Once Cap picked up that round win to begin this one off, he just has not stopped. 7-3. Yeah, see him.
They're out.
Yeah,
that round.
I mean, that's
It's Attach's round.
oh, that was huge from Attach.
Yeah, double in the middle, pushes forward, and for a second I was like, that's an unnecessary challenge, but he peaked it pretty spot on, actually.
Woo-hoo. I mean, they was lining up for him. Denver landed 2 in that engagement, so Attach just beginning to believe. Okay, Phantom, it's time to get a kill. You've been a superstar for your team. I know it's about time that you get to put your feet up every now and then, but...
That beautiful KD of yours just getting down. Think of the stats.
Think of JP. Think of the stats. Nice tag from Waskins from the EMP. I think
You took out like a trophy.
yeah, I think it was probably the trophy. It just managed to push that back. Once again, Exotic sitting back on their elbow with that bomb. This is one of EG's setups, that slow setup, looking to bait out the aggression from Rek. Looking to get an early advantage to try to punish them and then make the play. Rek, though, you got to watch out for players like Dylan. There we go, they're going to back it up, they're going to flood A. But Waskins, he's held his post. A second shoulder peek from Phantoms, will he do it? Will Waskins hit the shot? It's hard to hit. It's good enough for now. Concussion buys them all the space they needed. The bomb's going to be going down now. Dylan, though, into the mix. He's got a teammate there with him as well, and the stuns are there. Reciprocity. Oh, baby, it's over. Dens will close this one up with a perfect round. Everything goes right.
Certainly does. Dens gets the final kill, and the defuse will be coming in shortly. I think Dylan's waiting for it. It's a friendly tag of his teammates here for a second. Tough love.
I mean, great way to tie it up in round 8, but Zed's had a solid performance halfway towards his War Machine. The specialist, actually, it's going to be a man Dylan. Almost has his slam. He's not far away from that.
For the amount of practice that they've had with Dens, it's actually incredible that they're performing the way they are. You know, they've had a few scrims backstage. Yesterday, obviously, was a big day for Rek, and they're still making it work. And I know Dens is kind of playing like that island role, that lonely role.
Sorry, Shawnee hip-fired Cap there for that second kill. It's a little disgusting.
Classic Shawnee. Classic. Loves his ICR, he does. 4-4, all tied up.
Can Cap keep them in this game?
Phantoms, buddy.
I'd love to know, can we see the scoreboard real quick? I'd love to see how many points Phantoms has got. Later, there's action. 3v3. Dylan hunting his kills. Shawnee wants to get that top window. Phantoms. Oh, he's in no man's land. Can he get it done? Can he find something?
Trying. Cap's coming up from behind. He's trying to find Shawnee. That's a 2v2. Phantoms does get the first kill of the game. 1-6 right now. Still 2 more to play with.
That play from Cap, just coming from behind. He might actually be able to find something. Cap pushes these players back. Big tags, but no kills. Dylan's real hurt. Oh my. JCap, 200 IQ. He's going straight for it. Waskins needs to check it. He's got to check it. He gets the defusal. Kill Waskins! Was he just going, Brad?
Cap's incredible. Oh my.
No one gasses their teammates quite like Rick.
And no one brushes a beard quite like Waskins.
Oh, hey, scraps as
I
well.
know.
Watch for the Marshall chin scratch.
Matty goes for the double-hander, though.
He does.
Waskins is just one hand. He's still got one hand on the controller.
Out of game method.
Oh, that was a round, and there's your damage dealt.
Phantoms has got 100 points now, so he's finally in the club, but... EMP's up. Oh, man, he found... Oh, I think he got the whole deck. He might have got the whole deck with that EMP. Everyone's a little tingly right now. Cap with a nade to answer back, a little bit more lethal. Oh, shots are through Dylan. Perfect bob and weave. Unable to find the shot is Waskins, though. So the players from EG are going to be able to overtake the site. They're going to be able to push forward.
That was unfortunate. I thought Dylan would come out with more there. He did have the teammates. Oh my goodness, looking out of the sight just at the wrong time. Sliding on now, Sorg in hand though. They can jump up from any position. Dens, I feel, is a key factor because he's going to be the one to bait things out. Shawnee goes down. It's a 3v4 retake. They're going to be pushed and Wuskins nail through the coffin. Can he find one more? I thought Dens was going to get the second team kill onto him, but it's Zed coming in 2v2. 25 seconds left on the clock. A huge kill from Attach. Top window.
Oh,
and
wow.
Phantoms, buddy, run away. Do not challenge that one again. This should be a guaranteed round 11 at this point. But Wuskins trying to find something out of nothing. No way.
No way.
Oh, he doesn't check the left.
Oh, man. I like to see that, though, from Wuskins. For a player that we have criticised for how slow he can be really, really slow. I mean, I think Pac once said it looks like occasionally Wuskins is playing in slow motion, which made me burst out laughing. In that instance, as soon as he made it into that 2v1 situation, he got the call from a teammate, my Sorg's up top window, grab it. He hits you immediately. He knows he has 15, maybe 16 seconds at that point to make something happen, and he really almost does.
It was crazy, man.
Wild stuff. EG, though, they hold up. Big Phantoms.
I feel like Dylan got unlucky behind the bomb site there. It was actually Exotic who took him down. We had confirmation. Dylan was shouting, he's got a family, man. He's got a family. Leave him alone. Dylan, though. I love it. Hyping up his teammates. Got that energy.
Round 11. What a fun search this has been. More fun for some than others.
5 through the middle.
Yeah, 5 through the middle, that top window player. They're right across. Shawnee's like, okay, they're coming. Den's going to retreat back, try to provide reinforcements, but look at this, they've overtaken that blue room entirely. Den's, Shawnee, they're going to hit the back. Are they going to find any kills out of this one? They've taken A from the high road. The low road is completely uncovered, but Shawnee, they don't check the corners. 5v3.
I just didn't like this push at all. To kind of funnel 5 players through a very tight gap there. And now in a 5v3, Shawnee should be able to pick one player up. Oh, Attached down to a slither of health. Potential trade coming down. Zed helping out. 2v3.
Powerful work there from EG. The play did not work out to begin with, but they managed to scrape together the makings of something special, and now they're going to be able to go to B. This is not over yet.
Dylan is 1 away from the slam. If he gets 1 kill, the slam is on. Bomb is going down.
JCap could catch these players on the rotate. He misses 2 of them. He misses 2 of them, and now... do you think they know he's there? They're going to check it together. Zed, they're going to push together. They've got the numbers. Oh my god! JCap! How? JCap is still alive! They managed to trade out 1v1. Zed versus Attached. The nades are up. It's War Machine on War Machine. Who's the bigger battery? With the bomb down as well, 25 seconds. Now Zed's got to make the play quickly. Attached checks it. He gets the first shot. Attached! In a 1v1, 20 seconds now left on the clock.
He's got to defuse. Attached is playing this perfectly. He's literally drawing him in. There's no time to defuse. He can't even get there. An EG, they've done it. No time on the clock, an EG clutch up. My goodness. In a 3v5, round 11. Mind-blowing stuff there, and again, it was JCap for me, the real instigator of that comeback. Dipping and diving around and staying alive for so long, allowing Attached to get back into the game, and that's a tough one to take.
Oh, what a search and destroy that was. You can never count out Evil Genius's champions. Multiple-time world champions, the mettle, the resolve to get things done when the going gets tough. But boy, howdy, friends, what a series this has been already. It has not disappointed. Tied up 1-1 in the series. Coming up after the break is Control. See you then. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World League. We're tied up 1-1, EG versus Reciprocity. If you missed the hard point, it was devastating, but our scuff play of the game comes from the Search and Destroy, round 11. If you missed it, was an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, and we're joined at this point at a 2v3. It was actually a 3v5 at one point in favor of EG, but look at the way JCap stays alive in this all-important engagement. I think it was potential team fire coming in from Wuskins at that point, but yes, it was bait and swish. Yes, it was back and forward, but Attach jumps up top from the B-bomb site, and Attach is the one to make the kill, and Attach is the one to close things out in a 1v1. Incredible round from him all around. But again, the series and the map itself, you know, he single-handedly dragged EG back into it with a three-piece himself down low, and Attach with a perfect play here, judging it by the time, peeks out at the right time. And even if he loses this gunfight, Miles, the bomb defuse is never going to happen. Credit to EG, credit to Attach on that one. But JCap again, little slippery snake there in the lobby. He was dancing around having some fun.
I am shocked and appalled that that kill could not have gone the way of Reciprocity, because they get that kill, they win the round. Absolutely remarkable stuff from JCap to stay alive there. The man is unkillable. JCat, 9 lives. He may have just lost 1 in that engagement. Here we go, friends, right into the control. Both teams looking very strong. EG, of course, their control record looking fantastic, but Reciprocity prone to give the control maps up. Let's see how they fare here.
Dense through the vents. Will be called out surely, but the double headshot will find their way through Phantoms. And life count pretty spread pretty evenly at this point. Surely staying alive for a brief second there. Important, but eventually it does go down. Rec hard on the A defense, and looks like they're trying to keep on defending this. Another 2 kills and potentially a few more, and they can start to push forward and get that spawn trap going forward. Zed, I love the positioning, love the prediction, if you like, of players coming through the window. Pretty easy at this point of the game where everyone's just flooding into A, but Reciprocity, they're doing a really good job holding on here.
I mean, this is a little scrappy for both teams, but it's very, very fast, and it's more a testament to both of their teamwork and both of their teams' communication to manage to not let these kills go uncontested and let these kills slip on through. However, the line has been held, and that clock is ticking. 20 seconds now. Reciprocity have managed to hold on. B has yet to be touched.
Contest comes in, 17-17 here. Potential to break EG. They take the chance when they have it, and with 16 seconds, Rec will give up on A.
There it is. First cap comes through. Presence towards B is now shifting. I'm not sure if we're going to see a whole lot here. Number 8, who's that going to be? Dylan. They're actually going to be hitting the vents. Hoping to add 1 more kill to his pile. Wuskins finds JCap trying to find the cheeky flank. And you can see Reciprocity in a decent position, while very well spread out. They are covering every possible lane that EG can come from.
And if you look at number 7 on the minimap, because JCap went down, Zed knows that JCap's going to be around him shortly. He's just kind of waiting for him to push, and if he doesn't push around him, he knows he's probably going through food, or even for the very, very wide flank. But Zed spotted a couple. JCap, though, with the help of teammate, that being Exotic, does find an important kill, Shawnee, on the zone. 16-13 life count.
It's great prioritization there from Shawnee. Shawnee may find the stun on those 2 players, but he knows that Dylan's in a bit of trouble up front. And oh, out of the vent and into the action. Dylan, such movement, such grace. Goes down. Phantoms now and EG making their way forward. B is the target. B is the zone. B is being captured. Phantoms, what has he got now? So he managed to have a bit of a struggle in the search. Now 4 and 2, 3 kills in a row. Makes it a 5th and a 6th just before he goes down. Streaks to be had. The contest comes through. 11 lives to the 4 now of Reciprocity. Wow, EG have come alive here in the first.
Worryingly, though, for Reciprocity, this round should be done and dusted. It's the streaks that they've actually given to EG. 3 streaks now for EG to play with. Contest from Zed with 3 lives. Make it 2. As it does dwindle away, Denza with the last to fall. EG with a very, very strong round. Again, it almost kind of favored in their way, getting A little bit later. Obviously, the life count was in their favor at that point, but it's getting those kills at the all-important time. Dylan was unfortunate when he used the grapple to kind of get in and behind, but EG really sticking as a unit.
It's amazing to just think, like, the start of that entire match, we watched, what, full minute 30, minute 40, battling for A.
Yeah, very scrappy, like you said, too.
The defense for Reciprocity wasn't quite strong enough to keep up with EG. Of course, A is a little closer than B. It's a little bit easier to get into that one. EG were dying sort of 1 by 1, so the staggered deaths weren't quite there, so that meant they could get back onto the point slowly but surely, and as long as the trades worked out, it was all good. Second round now we go. Wuskins is going to start this one off. Exotic answers back instantaneously, but Dylan and Dens, the double Ds, getting it done.
Shawnee as well getting into the mix, and now this is where they start to cap A to EG. Just write this one off. It looks like they have, and we said it was scrappy at the start of round one. This one was very, very defined. Looks like one player, that being Phantoms, is just watching the window. Trying to find anyone pushing on out, but 2 kills. This is not good for EG.
Yeah, we thought that Reciprocity's defense was a little shaky. EG's was diabolical. Still, Phantoms managed to find himself streaks on that final push towards B in the first round, so something to be taken here. There comes the call. Stuns up through lobby. He's going to catch at least one.
Do have streaks to play with, so again, if they do lose kind of that cover on B, they can flood them out with the Lightning Hellstorm. JCap trying to hit that flank, doesn't work. Attach with a nice trade though.
Great trade. Phantom still watching the back, anticipating the play, and here comes the play. JCap right off spawn, right back into spawn. Phantom's in a tough spot right now. I know he's receiving a bit of criticism for underperforming so far in the series, but he's doing the best he can. Oh my, that's rough. Shawnee, Dens, Dylan, kills a piece. The numbers starting to go the way of Reciprocity. And here comes the cap. They've still got 2 members of EG defending who haven't died. They're kind of like, okay, all of the boys are dead. Lightning Strike's going to come straight through. Perfect work from Apathy. That wasn't with Phantom, so we've still got another Lightning Strike to defend this point with.
That's the power of a streak right there. Because that Lightning Strike doesn't come in, they don't have streaks, it'd be a very different story here, but EG rewarded for the previous performance.
Slow wrap now coming through from Rec. Can't be too slow though, only 50 seconds left in the match. Plenty of lives to work with, so they can throw them away. Number 6 coming through, Waskins is done. The lives are starting to go. JCap defends the back of the base. Mathley now, he's up next. Perfect use of the grapple to get alive. Oh, he doesn't. Dens is there, Dylan's there. Back at it again. Phantoms can back on up and use the streaks once again to slow him down. He doesn't need streaks. He's got his dirty ICR. Shots are through. 13 to 20 now, the contest. And the cap coming through. Shawnee off respawn straight away. Apathy, what have you got?
This has got to be streaks surely from Phantoms.
There it is. Hellstorm's going to be coming through. Dylan straight on the window. It's going to allow Cap to get back onto the point. Oh, he does manage to get Shawnee.
Yeah, you've got to get out of that vent when you know it's being slowed down, that Hellstorm. Very hard to track, but the life count, if they can contest here, they've actually managed to seek out 2 of the streaks. If they can just get to the hard point here and win a couple of these gunfights, this could be a very strong round for Reciprocity. Zed's going to find himself going down, though. Cap will be traded out, pushed out, and Dylan actually find himself Dens as well, and going back and forth. Apathy getting into the mix, and even though the lives are against them, it's a 1.7 second. Nobody can test there. And Rec had plenty of lives to play with, but EG closed things out in a very, very timely fashion.
They gave up A real early. And with that, a lot of time, a lot of points garnered in that. And now EG have set themselves up for a fantastic round 3. If they can close this out on offense. Moskin's quite literally playing a slow motion there in the replay. Still, here we go. Turnaround point for Rec needed for EG. The way they've played this. Hard press for me to believe that they can give this one up now.
We're going to see some specialists this round, and EG will be looking to close it out. They're actually closer to a couple of these specialists as well due to the success they previously had. No slam coming in for EG at that given time. We've got a back and forth kill feed, literally. Who's going to break the mold though?
That's very reminiscent of the first round, isn't it? EG not willing to waver just yet. The second wave of spawns are going to go straight back to A as well. Once again, trades for both teams relatively even. Trophy coming through. Zed's just been wasted there, and he does die as well, so the war machine's up. Here comes the slam. That's 3, surely. No, maybe not. What the hell? Shawnee, what are you made of? How did you survive that?
No idea. However, he's dead now, and here comes the war machine. This could be EG putting 3 to 0 on the board, 22 to 20. Trying to get that all-important cap. Have they acquired flight jacket? The answer is yes, but it's still going to push them back. Trying to get that second tick. They'll keep on firing that, and the slam's going to answer back. Dylan actually very audacious to kind of run in there as well with that slam. No! Dylan! Dylan. 4-kill streak there to break A. And after all of it, Rec have the life lead, and Rec have control. Oof. Thanks to Dylan.
trading shots with specialists there. That was very, very exciting. 25 seconds. Whoa, kills coming through now. Shawnee needs to get in there on the point. Find something. The players are dipping and diving all around him. This time it could be fantastic for him, but he finds one. He buys time, but JCap watching the front door. Brilliant work. Zed on the window. Another bit of fine work there. 20 seconds now. App's got a contest. Has to wait for his teammates off spawn. They're making their way in right now through food. So here comes the reinforcements for EG. They could honestly get on the point. A few kills is all it's going to take. Tag 5 comes through. Final 10 attached on the contest. The clock still runs. Here comes App over the top with a slam. He's going to come straight on through and die again. There's the contest once again. So EG are on point. EG are there and they're winning the gunfights.
Yeah, Zed by the window has been the thorn in the side of EG, but again, they finally break through. They have got 60 seconds. They have got a lightning strike, and they now have the lives as well. That was a very, very strong break from EG, and this is where they're trying to punish Reciprocity. All of the players now are going to flood inside. Achachi's going to take down Shawnee. Lightning strike is being used.
Oh, EG, this is a clinical closure to this fantastic control game they've had. 4 left for Rec. Hoskins, it's Tempest time. You've got to make something special happen here. You have to chain them up. You have to find it. You can't. You're going to get a lot done there with that miss. Finds attach. It's going to chain to 2. There's another in front of him. He's going to find 2 with that one. Dylan's going to get the kills. JCap goes down. It's a 4v2. He still has a few shots left, but Phantoms in from behind. They've also got the vision pulse there, but what do you know,
My
Zed?
goodness.
Rec, they live again.
Surely not. It's a 2v3. Even at this point, look at the 2 players pushing forward as well, through the middle. This is going to be a pinch. And I tell you what, if Reciprocity somehow win this, Wuskin's going to get streaks from it. Wuskins has read the play, but he's going to be charged by 2. Exotic jumping around the corner. And in a 1v3 situation, Zed not able to do it. Close fought battle, but it's a 3-0 in the control for EG.
Heroics. Heroics from Rec on point. But it's not enough. EG remain composed, and they seal that in 3. And what a clean 3 that was. They have to feel good about themselves. I mean, there was a few moments there where it really looked like Rec had the win. The clock was working against them. The defensive rounds were a little bit messy here and there, but EG, fantastic work from them to begin with. We're going to have a quick look at the final moments of that last match. It was, of course, the final minutes of that round of control, and it only took 3.
It was at this very point, actually, where EG managed to break A, and at that point they had a beautiful break on it. They had the life lead, and they started to trade beautifully. Now, it kind of all should have been written at this point, but it's Wuskins with the Tempest who really gives a chance, a light, if you like, at the end of the tunnel for Reciprocity, and we're going to actually jump on board with him and watch this replay. It's a near-death experience as he slides away, but he connects with Attach here. I think it changed to that back player, and he finally finds another in front of him. Dylan actually dispatches of that one. This was an interesting battle as well, how somehow both of them come out on top. I thought Zed would have got chained by his own teammate for a second, but 2v3, when you pushed against the ropes here, EG, they played it perfectly, they timed it perfectly, and again, this position, you have to pinch. You have to go as a team, as a unit, and play those numbers.
It's so interesting as well because they managed to get those final 2 kills. They knew they had 3 lives left. There's a guarantee that the 2 of them coming off of spawn, obviously they don't know where that 3rd player was, but I imagine if they push JCap in that situation, I mean, he's going to back down, they're going to get a gunfight out of that one, possibly it could be a trade, and then it becomes a 2v1 for those players coming in through lobby. EG playing it smart, playing it very sensibly, and bringing home the dub. They take the lead in the series here, 2-1.
So far, so good for EG. Of course, the one game mode I was pretty confident was the hard point. They kind of got smacked about in that game mode, but we're going to be going back to it, so maybe a little bit of redemption for them if they're looking to close out the series in 4. Reciprocity, though, they love a good Game 5. They're pretty successful at it, too.
Love a Game 5. It's going to be exciting to see the hard point now. Have Evil Geniuses managed to recuperate the loss of the first one? Have they managed to bounce themselves into this? Of course, the first hard point was absolutely disgusting. 250 to 85. Frequency, though, a whole different beast. EG managing to win out the search 6-5, 3-0 on Arsenal, if you've just joined us. The hard point again, I mean, we discussed this to begin with. EG didn't get the best warm-up coming in this one. Aptly still probably needs to go to the toilet.
Oh, that was after game 2, and then he comes out with a hot 3-0. Ooh, ready to go.
It's amazing what.
It's the app attack.
There you go. An appetite.
Sorry, I couldn't help.
Right.
I was thinking appetite. I was thinking
attack.
Yeah, the puns we get there, but he's a beast, man.
He's a beast. He got up and gave a good roar as well at the end of that one. Still, here we go. Fist bumps are done. The coaches are off the stage. It's time to get back into the game. Our second hard point of the series, map 4. is about to begin.
So, I know your predictions at the start of this match was a 3-2 Rec win. Are you still standing by that?
Honestly, I do. I think that the search is going to be the deal breaker for me, but the way they're playing hardpoint right now is just blistering. However, after a loss like that in the control, as close as it was, I think there may have been a bit of a test there to the way Reciprocity play and a test to the resolve. Do they have the fortitude to bounce back after that kind of loss? Do they have the fortitude to maintain that incredible pace, that confidence that they had in the first hard point? That is really where this one is going to be won or lost, and I think that's happened now. We're about to find out.
We saw how crazy the hard points were in favor of Reciprocity. Again, it's the Sorgs. This whole Zed and Dylan thing, it has to be matched by App and they attach, or whoever's kind of pushing forward for EG. I know obviously we have a few maybe slower players for the hands of EG, like Exotic and Phantoms, but again, it's very hard to match that. If you're just not that type of player, you're not that type of player.
I mean, the game plan so far seems to be working out for Rec. You let those two scrappy lunatics get on the point and just find as many kills as they possibly can, and let the other slower ARs move on in and provide the cover and support when and where they can. And this is so far very typical of the first hard point we saw.
Yeah, look at the rotate as well. 3 players were already on the next hard point with 20 seconds left. We've seen so many times for people to kind of go almost too much on the first hard point and give up that rotation. Rec have kind of allowed the time to bounce back, to back on down, to not allow EG to bounce back, should I say, after round. The first hard point here, 2 players do go down. Rec still with a favourite spawn at the back, so they're going to be jumping on in, but EG trying to find those all-important angles now to push through orange.
EG making their way through, but Den's managed to hold the spawns, and so far the gunfight's going the way of Rec as well. They're going to be spawning EG quite far out. Dylan now just forcing these intruders away. The battle in these corridors, the Sorgs, just gunfire and glass everywhere, and now Dylan's piling the bodies up.
Look at Dylan and Zed, literally right next to each other. It's just so quick. It's mind-blowingly fast, and it's hard genuinely to keep up with both players. 7 kills for Dylan already, 5 kills for Zed, and even across the board, you look across every other player in the lobby. Exotic, 7 interactions, Attack 7, JCap 8. They're just leaps and bounds above that already. It's mind-blowing.
Again, it's that pace, though. I mean, if Reciprocity can keep the pace, they're all good, but EG, seasoned veterans, champions.
Speed does not always equal success. You know, you can be fast, aggressive, you can be that flashy player that pulls out all the crazy things, but sometimes it's about the basics. And that's what I feel, you know, EG has locked down. You know, they know how to play.
The tortoise and the hare, and right now, the tortoise could be EG, but a little too slow. Oh, man, sometimes it doesn't really work out. Here we go. Hard point. Blue hard point goes the way of EG for now. Zed in from behind, gets dropped. Quick trades. Waskins up versus Exotic now to lock down the spawns. Number 9 spawns in attached to provide the reinforcements. If Waskins can get it as well, that means the back goes the way of Rec, but it's not to be had. 30 seconds remain. Now the decision, do they push on? Do they retain the presence they've got here on the hard point, or they go for the next one? Looks like number 5 will hit the back, but I do think Rec may have the spawns for next.
86-22. Let's not forget the score right now. Rec have started out very, very hot. It might not be as hot as map 1, but they're going to be happy with this. And Dylan's just found another 3-piece. My goodness, 5 kill streak for him. He's 14-4 again. Not even 100 points in. He's got himself a 10 kill advantage. 96-22. Time is ticking, and down by the bottom, there's plenty of time still to go. Slam is available for Dylan. And someone who's actually used Slam so effectively. Incredible stuff, and watching him, it's a pleasure.
I mean, we see this 1-2 punch from Dylan all the time. Like, he's happy to get a single kill out of that slam and then immediately slide, shoot someone else out of it. And
staying alive after you've used it is the biggest thing about it.
Yeah, because look at him now. He's got himself streaks. He's got 1 more kill. Oh, not to have it. But he does have 1 more streak to work with. He does have the lightning strike. And Contest comes through on the point. And once again, man, EG just cannot keep up with the pace that Reciprocity set. And it's that man, Dylan, is 16-5. He is hot property right now. That first hard point coming up now. Big tag from Waskins. Going to find 2 with that Tempest. Trying to help out teammates in the middle, but that shock therapy is still underway. Phantoms, oh, he's very, very close to finding the kill there on Waskins. And another tag is going to be extremely important at this point, but Attach just dips and dives, slips away from that one. And Attach is just a little too fast for him. Waskins does buy time, allows his teammates to get on the point. Zed, he will be traded out. The War Machine has also been pacified now. The Tempest unplugged. What else has Rek got to hold on to the point now, except for raw gun skill? And it looks like EG have got it.
And honestly, that's when they've been the best, to be honest. The Tempest, yes, it does delay things. War Machine as well kind of gets nullified. It's actually a really good break from EG. Credit to them. So they've got a couple specialists to play with. They are about 60 down here. So right now, you'd favor this to go to a game 5. But EG, we've seen them turn things around previously. Phantoms, 10 and 11. Attached, -4. Cap as well, a little bit on the lower side of things. In fact, every single player right now is negative, but that shows in the scoreline as well.
Yeah.
Dylan, man.
Dylan, man. Exotic, though, not out of this yet. 13 and 12. I mean, no one on EG. Nobody on EG is able to put up the same kind of, like, Super Saiyan performances that we're seeing out of Rek. And it's just, again, it's this two-man show. Waskin right now, 18 and 8. Anyway, over the next half point we go. Shawnee's in position. That stun's going to slow down EG. Lightning strike from Dylan. As Den's going to be rocking up the hard point time. And Dylan, again, he's a bit of a one-man army. He's just holding those players back there at you, allowing his teammates now to get in position. That's going to be Zed on the other side of the map, finding those kills. And I mean, this is the island role you talked about. Zed's fulfilling that one now. You've always got this player on the outside just being annoying. And then that's all he's doing right now. He's just providing information. He's dealing damage. Number 3, Dylan's going to move up immediately and try to provide the continual pressure on these players attacking them. And it's so annoying, man. Yeah, shout out to Wuskin as well. He's on a 5-kill streak currently. He's at 18 and 8. Yes, Dylan, a shining star with over 30 interactions to his name. But Wuskin's now with full streaks as well. 7-kill streak. How far can he go? He's trying to catch up to Dylan at this rate. Not a bad job as well. Finds number 8. Will go down for his troubles, but with a 120-point lead at the end of the day, that is all that matters. Top pocket, buddy. What? Nope. Just a tag. Shrug that one off. My word. J-Cap stays alive. I mean, it's very hard to find something to praise about EG's performance right now. They're just getting pushed completely out of the park. I mean, this is the most interesting thing to see of Reciprocity's hardpoint game. It's just so strong. It's so strong. Even against a team like EG. That Tempest player, Exotic, just saw 4 players slide at him. You can't do anything. Like, you can try and pick one, and it's just simply teamfire is so important on Black Ops 4. So when you can, you know, shut players down in the 2v1, it seems so easy. And that's why Reciprocity are kind of making this look a little effortless as well. The aggression is great. Dens has now got himself a Purifier, trying to trap some players in. 1, 2, heating things up here. Cooking him alive. Zed can join him, and oh my goodness, Exotic's down, he's still alive, still kicking. This Purifier, I tell you what, might not be the most effective, but boy, is it fun to use. It's fun to use. I still think it is effective, though, in the right situation like this. Oh, for God's sake, Zed, get out of the way. 2 kills, 2 team kills. Zed again twice. He found Zed again. Doesn't matter, Reciprocity. Seven if you include his teammates. Waskin's now getting the job done with a lightning strike. That's going to be a 3 confirmed kills with that one, and oh boy. You may as well just not play them on hardpoint. Yeah, he's taken over Dylan as well. Dylan 26 and 15, Wuskin's 25 and 12. Zed slowed down a little bit, but again, take a heavy dose of reality. I don't think we're going to see a massive one here, but if anyone can throw it, Rek can. That's true. That is very true. We've seen it before. Dens, though, does have a set of streaks in his back pocket to use. Aptly finding a kill onto Shawnee. Phantom now lighting it up here. But 110 points down, a long way to go. EG most certainly had the majority of the previous there. Oh, I thought he stayed alive and got another kill there. Dylan only finds 1 actually. Dens has just invested the Hellstorm as well, and it's not really come to anything but 1 kill. So EG, they're going to hold on again. Okay. I know when I said if anyone can throw it, it is Rek. I didn't mean it. But it's proving to be a little too real. Great work from Apathy. 14 and 26 now. He has just turned this game around. Waskin's once again just whiffing these Tempest shots. Only just. Unable to capitalize on that player there. They're going to come straight back up, straight back into the mix. It's going to be Phantoms. And he's going to get stunned again. So yeah, down.
He's just waiting for someone to push in. He's tagged another.
Oh, no.
You hate it. You hate it.
Find the entry kills on the rear. No, he cannot. EG hold firm. The comeback is on. EG, the comeback kings. You cannot rule them out. You cannot count them out until it's over. They've done it on Arsenal. Can they add frequency now to the comeback moments?
Streaks now in favor of EG. Both streaks were used by Dens, and they found a killer piece. It really wasn't that effective. Zed's going to fall down as well. Tempest at the ready for Exotic. Heating up as well. 222 to 175. They were over 120 points in the lead. Reciprocity, they need one break.
They're not getting it right now. You just heard App screaming, "Let's go, baby." Zed and Dylan now making short work of those players there towards you. Over the next hard point we go, 2 and 3 in position. That's going to be Zed and Dylan. But however, Lightning Strike can be coming through from Exotic. War Machine now. Oh, Zed, he finds the back of Dylan's head and blows him away. He will find Phantoms. Exotic now, trying to flood these players out of the hard point. JCap coming through on you. Can he get rid of this player? Ring around the rosy. Dens goes down. Waskins finding the kills up front. We need that one break from Reciprocity, but EG have somehow pulled this back.
I don't know how. That Tempest is going to connect finally, my goodness. Oh, team kill as he lights him up. He gets shot in the back. Exotic's Tempest is out. We've got trophy systems coming in. Team kills coming in as well. 226 to 215. EG in control and actually might be the favorite right now in this position.
Oh, man, this is it. It's starting to look a little scary. EG are the comeback kings. They've taken the lead if they can get this player out. Exotic, he's doing the best he can. The break is on, but Apathy, once again, he's going 19 and 32, but he's a hero. EG, take the lead.
Take the lead, but there's nothing on this lower hard point. They have got a Hellstorm in the hands of Exotic. This has got to be used, and it's got to be used quickly. They need to flood them out. That time is ticking away. One break. We've got Wuskins watching the middle. He's 36 and 17. He's putting up over a 2 KD. We've got Dylan putting numbers on the board. Is it going to be enough? The Hellstorm, I don't think he's going to find anyone. He's actually jumped out of the Hellstorm and got back into the action as well. Back and forward trades.
Here we go. It's on point. EG with the hard point for now. Dens and Shawnee finding the kills. Reciprocity trying to get bodies there onto the point to come in through for the contest. There's no specialists in the field ready to go. And have they done it? Have Rec done it? They've just about saved themselves the embarrassment. We're going to a game 5.
Wuskins will be relieved after that one. I think he put nearly 40 kills on the board with a 2.0.
Mate.
He's leading away from him thinking, what are you guys doing?
What?
He was killing everyone and he was having a lot of fun doing it. But credit to EG to kind of make that a game again. We kind of saw at the end after he was like 19-32. But you said he was a hero at that moment. He was keeping them in the game. Very unfortunate. Exotic used his Tempest, connects with one and then just gets shot in the back. He would have still had the Tempest, he would have finished the player, and it all started to crumble at that very moment.
Well, friends, what a series this is already. Has not disappointed whatsoever. Reciprocity versus Evil Geniuses when we come back from the break. Game 5. Game 5. Highs, lows, as close as it could possibly come. Reciprocity versus Evil Geniuses. We heralded this one as possibly the most exciting, closely contested matchup of the day, and my golly, Miss Molly, it has not disappointed. Miles and Momo, who have been over the moon excited, haven't we, Philip?
Oh, absolutely. When you got Wuskin dropping EKIAs of over 50, it always makes it exciting. However, should it be that close when you're dropping them kind of numbers?
Probably
I'm not sure. EG, they took the time getting back into it, but they certainly did give it their best shot. Now, Revan, Shane, either side, jumping on the mics, explaining what is about to go down. Strategy going through their veins at this very moment. But the Search and Destroy coming up next, I will say, Rec. They're used to this Game 5. They love it. They thrive off of it, and it just seems to be a very natural thing. EG, again, world champions across the board, pretty much. What are we going to get from these guys? I hope it's around 11, but I know it's an Arsenal.
It's an Arsenal. I mean, I don't know, dude.
6-5 was the first S&D.
Too close. Way too close for comfort for both teams.
Game 1 and 3, I don't want to say sucked. They were just one-sided. Games 2 and 4... That was great.
Look, Game 3 though, every roll of control, every single round of control was incredibly close here on Arsenal. It was amazing.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
And that's why I think that, I don't know, just brilliant stuff out of both teams. I'm amazed at the turnaround from EG there in the hard point and the second hard point. They were fantastic. The first one on Seaside was it Seaside? I'm losing my mind now. Yeah, it was. So disgusting. Game 5 though, friends. We'll get to that in just a moment. For Reciprocity again, I think it's this is the culmination of a difficult week for them, but a surprising week. I mean, a fantastic surprise. Like, you know, you're about to throw your pair of trousers, your jeans in the wash, and you find a 20. You know, that's a great surprise.
Always good, man.
Sometimes you find a baby in a basket coming down a river. That's a weird surprise.
What?
Biblical, even. But
Miles, are you okay?
I'm absolutely fantastic.
You ever find a 20 in your pocket after they've been in the washing machine?
Yeah, that's bad news.
That's a different story, isn't it?
Here's a fun fact with Dens in mind. The money in Australia is made of, like, plastic.
Plastic, yeah.
So you can wash that and be like, wow, cool, a 20 that hasn't been turned into, like, powder.
Mush. Yeah. UK have just changed.
Yeah,
Well.
yeah, it's great, man. Plastic money, friends, it is the future. You can't even tear it. It's insane. Stuff is bulletproof.
Is it?
I don't know. I haven't got a gun. I've never
Miles?
tested that. I've never tested it.
You can't just claim something's bulletproof. You
Maven,
can't just go... You can't...
Maven claims things all the time.
That's actually so accurate. It's bulletproof!
Game 5, friends. I did call this one, and I am still leaning slightly towards Rec, but EG, man, you can never count them out. It's fantastic to watch them play. As exciting as this series has been for us, when you think of what we saw yesterday, Scraps is sitting on that couch there at the front of the studio, probably losing his mind.
He's probably still thinking about the donut he dropped. Or the lightning strike he dropped on top of his whole team.
Don't believe it.
Cannot believe it. Back into the game, though. Search and Destroy, Game 5, Round 1. Here we go. Wuskin's back with the Pally. And I believe it was this very map, actually, which Reciprocity won yesterday when Scraps was losing his mind. First player to go down is Apathy. Second is Exotic. And Wuskin's still alive by the skin of his teeth. Oh my goodness, Attach finds a double.
That flinch. Brilliant from Attach. Finds 3, makes it a 2v2. Typical of what we've been seeing in the Pro League recently, that heavy aggression towards A, overtaking the site, making the sniper essentially useless. Reciprocity, though, they have managed to buckle up. They've held on for this wild, wild ride, and now EG are going to get that bomb down. Phantoms and JCap. Phantoms, Mr. KD himself across the board. He has had a slow series, though.
Well, it all comes down to the next 10 or 15 minutes right now on the S&D. They're looking to back off here. Wrecker in an unfortunate position to get these 2 kills and defuse the bomb. Not easy at all. I think EG think that Rec's flanking, and they're not. But they're soon going to be able to tell that. Frag as well.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, they're lining up. Phantoms gets it. He doesn't actually find the nade, so we have 17 seconds left. He can get a kill out of this. That'd be huge. Nope, not going to happen. Phantoms. The friendly ghost watching over the back of JCap there, making sure that the kill doesn't go the way. And what a start, actually, from EG. That hyper-aggression to begin with, overextending onto the bomb site, pressuring Wuskins into a position where he cannot find the kills. And it's lucky as well, because JCap only got, what, 2 shots into him to turn that flinch, turn that shot that was perfectly on point into a flinch, and managing to save himself. Could have gone either way. Great stuff from EG.
Attach with a 3-piece as well to open things up, or answer back, I should say, because it was Wuskins who found 2. Sorry, Shawnee who found 2 on round 1, and Attach just makes it look pretty useless. A strong attack here for Reciprocity over by the B-bomb site. Wuskins looking for the peak, finds one. And oh, look at that. The collapse. Cap tried to get out, but he simply didn't have the legs for it.
This is going to be a great retake now. I mean, even with the man down, I still think Evil Geniuses, we've seen Attach hit shots from this position so many times. Countless shots, countless moments of greatness. Has he got any more in him? There's that slice there. Wuskins is toast. That's a fantastic way to level up the numbers. 2 more come around the corner. He knows there's a player to the right there. Zed's arm peeks out. He puts one in his belly. Attach almost finding another. The shots are on point, but Dens and Zed, they've ruined this one for EG. 4v1. Focus all our attention on Attach and his flashy snipes, but the teamwork from Reciprocity prevailed.
What's funny about that is Attach tags the player with the nade, who basically finds out that he is defusing at that point. He doesn't get the kill, and as soon as that player found out he's like on the bomb, 4 of them jumped round and was like, we have to get him off that bomb. They did so, and it was unfortunate for Attach as well. The timing of the shots that he made, you know, they were good, they were connecting, but a second one, if he took him down, would have been a different story, I feel.
Interesting note, I mean, you've seen this in streaming, I've clipped it. If you shoot someone's grenade in their hand, it blows up instantly.
Boom.
Kaboom. Might have to test that one out with the cluster, but if it's a frag, that explodes instantaneously. So here we go. It's the 3rd round. Tied up 1-1.
If you're wondering how we know that, Miles once pulled out a frag. End of story.
End of story.
Oh no! He does find the kill there, but he could have found more. Attach comes in with a cluster as well, and a 3v4 wreck again on the back foot here.
Fantastic wombo combo there. The old 1-2 with the stun and the cluster. Aggressive retake now from Wreck. The 3 of them pushing up. Dens trying to overextend past the site. He does have a bit of cover from Zed. Now how they play these trades. Dens is in first. He's going to be done. Zed's up next. Can he get the stim? He does indeed. He's going to go around the outside of the map. This might actually work out. The defuse was going down, but that's going to be taken care of by Cap. So now it's all on to Zed.
Yeah, looking for that 1v2. Simply can't get it, and he knows it. Doesn't want to feed him.
Sadly, Zed knows what this feels like to be in that 1-on-1, 1v2 situation with the bombs going off.
It's 175 away as well, so he's playing for his own streaks, it looks like, at this point. But again, doesn't want to feed players like Phantoms, who've got 3 kills to themselves. 2-1 to EG.
Lessons learned from the first search. This is fantastic cover from EG here on that. The arm comes down to make sure that no one there from Rec is able to even get close to the bomb. If they do get close to it, they're being watched like a hawk. Brilliant work from JCap as he comes through and cleans up the diffusers. It's a shame, Exotic does get the arm down, but he doesn't get much after that. Nothing to be taken, nothing goes into the savings for the next round. Aside from those points towards Specialists. But alas, Specialists not quite what they once were in Search.
Not against it.
Me neither. Although I have been hacked a few times in Search Destroys. Round 4.
A lot of players defending and attacking here at the bomb site. You see the 2 players from B for EG now rotating over. Oh my goodness, you nearly had a snipe in the back of your head again. That would have been 2nd Search and Destroy in a row. Muskin would have been dealing the damage. And look at this rotate here. As EG rotate to A, Rec are heading to B.
I like it though. I mean, it's not a full rotate. Wuskins is going to be sitting there still with that sniper at hand. There's 2 players here who might be pressuring him soon. He's got to watch out there. Number 5, Apathy's making his way forward. Hungry for the kill. Attach once again. Finds a little bit of Shawnee, but not the whole thing. 40 seconds now to get that bomb down. Reciprocity.
They're running the back.
Look at 10. Look at it's Dylan. Dylan's managed to slip right through, and he's the defense from EG is far spread. You have to do something now, friends. Here we go. EMP's up. Finds one. Can't get the shot through. They've committed to it. Dylan, though, he's managed to get in behind enemy lines. Oh, Exotic skins him. 20 seconds. They've been slowed. They might not even be able to get the bomb down.
That was disgusting. I think Dylan got team shot, but regardless of it, that was disgusting from Exotic there. Just to turn around, shut him down, and EG, they deserve that round after what I've just seen.
Oh boy!
Zed tried to stay alive for the streaks, but it doesn't happen. Dylan's going to be frustrated with that one.
I mean, this is the same criticism I gave to EG in the first search. Their indecision. Not committing to a site, not finding any picks, so they kind of just sort of sit there and they wait it out, and then they let the other team take the advantage from them. The exact opposite. The exact opposite there. As Reciprocity could not make a decision. They could not commit to any plays, and when they finally do, it's not enough.
Getting into the later stages now, the search and destroy. Wuskins following in his brother's footsteps, 0 and 4. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Couldn't help it.
He's looking for the first one. Attach does see these players, as does the sniper of Wuskins on the other side of things. And oh my goodness, back and forth.
Peeking up. Wuskins just saw the tip of his head there. The thermal, giving away a lot of information. 1v1. Meanwhile, at the other bomb site.
This is where Zed is his best, when he's like literally touching the players.
Oh wow,
Put it away.
Put it away. Get the Sorg out. 2 dead there at Reciprocity's loss. The defenders are starting to bleed out. The numbers are getting a bit thin. Now they have to spread the defense even thinner.
And it's interesting, when you get the numbers, usually you would have just gone for the bomb plant at B. They've actually opted to wrap around and play a bit of mind games here. Wuskins looking for that bomb planter. He's got to find Attach, and Attach deletes him there. 3-2. We did see one player go down. Oh, up to Dens and Dylan. He's got a frag, and JCap's seen him. Frag connects. 1v1. Dylan, Cap. Correction, Attach. He's going to be shot in the back. Chase from behind. Dylan. Huge round there. As he runs face first into the cement. I think he was fist bumping his teammate. Oh, ow! My face! He's going to get the defuse. No problem there. I think it was actually the gunfight. It was someone versus JCap, and I feel like that he took down JCap at the right time, or got his nade off at the just in time, should I say.
Yeah, because JCap killed Denzer backstairs, and the player from lobby comes through. I think it was Dylan.
I feel like Cap should have killed him quicker, though.
If he did kill him any quicker, yeah. Obviously, you could see the nade in his hand. He was like...
Should have shot it.
Should have shot it!
Bang.
Kaboom, dude.
Kaboom, dude.
Kaboom, dude. And Dylan, you see, he's very...
That's just a 50-50 that you chose wrong at that time for Attach.
He's a natural sprinter. They're very dangerous over short distances.
What?
Salted pork! Over the rings. Here we go, round 6.
Oh, you can't.
Wuskins also sitting on that donut. Still, as you said, Phil. Following in his brother's footsteps. Attach.
Apathy too, though.
Oh, is he? Come on, guys.
Even the best of the best.
Yeah.
Not a bad game. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there it is.
Here he is.
Gets on the board. Here in the 6th. Can't find any more, actually, because now that the sniper's done, the lane just becomes a little bit more open. Nice tags there. Again, lobby control. Ouch. Ouch. The thigh. Excuse me. That'd have been stupid. B play now on the development. JCap's going to be there to read it. He's got a lovely nade. He can make it from there.
Got a frag, which is great and all, but he's challenged by Shawnee, and I thought that frag would have gone out a long time ago. There was a trophy down, so maybe he spotted something we didn't. Trophy put down previously. Shawnee finds one, looking to tie up the series, tie up the map. 5-3. On the defense now as things have flipped around. Sniper at the back. Zed just waiting, anticipating, finding one. Shawnee gets apathy, and this round should be all but done.
Yeah, looks like they're going to call this. They're going to call it.
They know. They're running.
Let it go.
Chase them.
Let it go. Let it go. We'll see you in round 7. Tied up 3-3. We're going the distance here in game 5. There it is, the Marshals, single-handed scratch. Scraps, obviously.
It's what, you know, when you just can't tell them apart, you go, scratch your chin. Yep. Scraps goes with the double hand, Wuskin with a single.
We're not wrong. I'm sure there'll be a Reddit thread about it later. Still. Round 7. Slow start for, of course, I mean, App still sitting at 0-6. Phantoms has got into the mix finally at 4-3, but again, these rounds are very clinical between both teams. It's a little slow to start with, but Wuskins, oh man, if he guesses that right, he may be gifted the kill onto Attach, but whoa, that body shot, that hurt, that stung. Slow offense for EG, 3 towards B, but the bomb and attach are making their way towards A. Reciprocity are gambling a little bit more towards that A site. Den's the lone defender of B. Number 9 though, at a heartbeat. Shawnee can get across there, get on his joggers and make a run for it, but they're just getting both these snipers trying to find that opening kill, trying to find the first blood.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see from, oh my, disgusting. I mean, from Denz's point of view, I kind of want to see what he's seeing, because all the orange arrows started turning around, and it's because they just saw what we saw. Now going for a little Frag Friday. Early, I know, it's Thursday. J-Cap taking down Zed, 5v4 now, and that could be the difference maker. Look at the players flushing through the middle as well. Wuskins and Dylan. Shawnee as well.
Nade is going to find something. Wuskins gets a great kill there. Apathy, he's never nade actually, it didn't find much. Can't get it done up close. Stripe in hand. He's going to put Apathy to bed, and that's it, 3v2. Reciprocity, they're starting to bleed out. Dens, can he find something? He does on a J-Cap. The bomb's going to be going down. It's a 2v1. If they can push that bomb site quickly, Shawnee might be able to catch Exotic as he rotates away from the bomb site, but Dens is going to be at the back stairs. Shawnee's at the lobby. Exotic, if he can isolate the 1v1 gunfights, can't get it done. Reciprocity do get the advantage.
What a round that was as well. Like, that was so hard to follow in the sense that the players pushing them through the lobby were a very, very big factor. The kind of nail in the coffin, which is so frustrating, I feel, was Attach tagged up Wuskins, or Wuskin and someone else twice during that with his Paladin. Wuskins put one through the upper chest of Attach and it takes him down, and it's just the way that it goes down sometimes. But Den's good look out over onto B. Dylan.
He's the captain.
I actually spoke to Shawnee about this, because I was like, why is Dylan calling the shots? And he actually said Shawnee and Brad are. Shawnee and Wuskins, of course. But I think Shawnee said something along the lines. He just likes pointing his finger and like just telling us stuff.
He likes to speak with his hands. Dylan's a gesticulator. It does make it look like he's in control.
You do this, you do that, you do this.
That's funny.
Maybe he's just telling them they did a good job.
You're the best. Let's go, baby. Round 8. Wuskins managing to find himself a couple of kills. Oh, wow. Attach again. Missed the body shot. Just a little higher. He'd find so many more.
Well, this is aggressive. This is all 5 of them. If Rec don't come out on top of this one, I don't know what to think about. Apathy has made something out of nothing, I feel, there in the vents. Oh my goodness, when you're pushing all forward, all 4 or 5 forward, should I say, you've got to just be able to trade things out. Apathy in the vents there. Oh!
All right, Wuskins, she's the king of the snipes in this way.
Oh goodness!
How many more can he get? There's 2 left.
Apathy's still alive, so they anticipate that. A perfect trade. App and Zed literally kill each other, and it's down to a 2v1 for Reciprocity now to go in the lead. He's going to pick that trophy up and potentially put it right back down. Cap, though, does have an ICR. He's playing on the outside of the map.
Outside of the map. Here he comes up over the top. Shots are through. Can he get Shawnee? Can't get it done. Quick reset. Back to square one. 2v1 retake. If you can find Shawnee, look, he's dancing around this box so perfectly.
11 bullets.
Look, Cap can do this. Cap can do this. Great damage there. He's going to force Wuskins back. He's got Shawnee. Can he find the trade?
That's the pistol.
Oh,
that is the pistol. It's the promise. And look at Wuskins, he's out of there. A smart play to back on down. And it's ironically just like the previous Search and Destroy, where it was Attach versus Zed. This time, he does have enough time to defuse the bomb.
Hey, Wuskins!
King of the snipes.
Ends the round with a bang.
That was just like round 11 on frequency.
But that man, if he hits that snipe, he honestly can get the defuse. He's standing on top of the bomb.
I think that's Dylan. I think it's Dylan or Shane. One of the two is going crazy right now. I hope you guys can hear it. I think you can.
I know they can hear it. There we go. Reciprocity putting themselves at match point.
Wuskin was on a donut.
Yeah, he's
Don't forget, 1 and 5 now to... Sorry, 0 and 5 now to 6 and 6. He's out of touch. His number... Oh my goodness, too many to shoot at that point. Down to 14 HP.
Zed opens it up.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Reciprocity. The thunderous applause of each other's successes in these shots. Is it the wind in their sails right now? Round 9, 5v2. Now, if anyone can throw it, Rec can. It's not over yet. EG have made some tremendous comebacks. So now Phantoms, it's all on you. It all comes down to the new guy. The king of the KDs for this team. Now on the rotate. EG, the hopes of the series now on him. And we're going to see Rek try and hunt him down. Try and force him to the brink. The bomb is down at A. He needs to fight his way through 3 players and then grab it and then make a play out of it. What's he got? 30 seconds to make the play.
Doesn't have dead sounds. He's being tagged from either side. Rek threw away a 3v5 on game 2. They do not throw away a 1v5. And Reciprocity come out on top in the search and destroy. Give the credit to whoever you like, but the snipes from Wuskins were disgusting. Can make a highlight reel out of one game on that one. Reciprocity. 3-2 victory. Closing things out in game 5. My goodness, they love a game 5.
Love a game 5, and they're starting to show that they really do have the metal to close these games out. And as you can see, they're a very, very strong momentum-based team. They really need a little bit of gas from one another, and that brotherly love seems to work wonders for that Reciprocity squad. Now, for me, the biggest question is here. After a victory like that over EG, however closely contested, is Reciprocity the real deal now? Are they a stronger squad than they were?
Reciprocity are a great team, and whether they're stronger than they were before, obviously the quick roster change, I don't think it really matters. For me, it's the fact that, yes, they're doing great, they're winning games, but they've been pushed to game 5, so, you know, they're making comebacks against, like, UYU or what, you know, it's not as clear-cut as these 3-0s. You know, are they a championship team who can win a major right now? I don't think so. I genuinely don't.
Yeah.
But they are a fantastic team, and one which will do very well, obviously. Playoffs around the corner. I'm excited to see these guys compete every single time.
It does make me think of Reciprocity at Fort Worth, where every single matchup aside from 2 which they lost were the one that they won.
I think they won like 6 game 5s.
It was game 5s, except for 2. One of them was against the E6, and they got 3-0'd, and then they managed to beat a weekend versus 100 Thieves. Whatever. Reciprocity. Are they the real deal? Forget us. Let's go to the analyst desk. Kate, take it away.
Thank you very much, Miles. And again, there you have it, Reciprocity game 5 once again, but they do take it over Evil Geniuses. And to that point, kind of, Pac-Man, what Miles was saying, do you think we're seeing a Reciprocity that was more like Fort Worth? Do you think we can see that going on into Anaheim?
Yeah, this is similar to what they were doing. Like what they were saying, I don't think that they're a championship team, but they are a really good team, and I feel like they can beat anyone. I don't know if they could string together a succession of wins against the top teams in order to win a tournament. That's just super hard to do. But this week they had a great week, so good for them.
I can't compare them to the Fort Worth roster because it's a completely different roster with Tommy, obviously. But this team is completely different for me. They went 7-0 in hardpoint this week, and that's just something that Reciprocity has always just had a problem with, was just their respawns in general. We saw them lose 3-0 in that control, but they understand, like, they've been practicing a lot of S&D. They got a lot of experience in S&D. And Denz, even though he just came in, he was also just watching because he knows he's a sub player, and his name might be called whenever it's possible. But just this fact that they went 7-0 feels like everyone is just on the same pace, and everyone is actually pulling up numbers when they need to. Like Shawnee, we felt like he was dropping a lot of single digits. And then this week with his new roster, he's been playing really consistent. Throughout the entire team, I feel like they just definitely got better with this roster.
When you had Shawnee, but nameless as well, Dylan and Zed, especially, I think it was map 1. I mean, that
Dylan was
just
a
amazing.
force to be reckoned with on that map 1. I was watching with all the guys out in the lobby, and he was just picking up every single 2-piece. One time in that hallway next to the second hill, he got like 3 kills in a row, just gunning each and every one of them. He had an incredible performance here, and, you know, kind of just thriving in that SOG role. Once again on this team, he's a lot more comfortable, and, you know, we were kind of hesitant to call Reciprocity a good hardpoint team before this match because, you know, they beat UIU and LG. We weren't too sure, and then now going into that versus EG, who's looked pretty strong over the last few matches, they destroyed them on map 1, and they win a very close map 4 that came down to crunch time. So they're showing that tenacity, and they're also showing up when they need to on that map 1 to get that momentum. That's extremely impressive to me.
Dylan had over 2,000 more damage than anyone else in map 1. Like, he put on one of those superstar performances that we talked about where it's just like
they all played great.
They did all play great. They played great
as
a team, but that guy pushed them over the edge. Like, those extra pieces, those extra number of kills, like, that's what makes you a superstar in this league, and that's what he did in that map, and it was incredible.
So you have then Dylan on Rec kind of be going above and beyond, but what did you see out of Evil Geniuses? Did you see anyone noteworthy on them, or kind of all across the board stand?
Across the board, they played all right. I mean, they clutched up that game 2. In my opinion, they should have lost, but Attach and Cap were able to clutch up a 3v5 in round 11. Then they just beat a bad control team in control. They did what they had to do in beating them, but no one on EG today actually went that extra mile to win that match. That's why they ended up losing.
They got gifted that round 11 on map number 2 as well. JCap was one shot in that lobby, and they just didn't hunt him down. That was a clear error on the side of Reciprocity. They know the mistake that they made, and they should have definitely won that, in my opinion. Obviously, the control was great. Rec haven't been a great control team, but somebody who didn't perform in games 4 and 5 was Apathy. I think he went 21 and 35 game 4, and then going into round 11, I believe he was like 3 and 8. So definitely has to pick it up in that regard, at least the last 2 games.
And this is actually the closing there of that match.
This game 4 was insane. I'm pretty sure Reciprocity was up 219 to 70 at a point, and like for me, it was exotic. He was just bringing his teammates back into this game, but when you need to close it out, he was sitting on his streak going into this last hill on the pipe side, and I simply don't understand why he decided to wait so long.
The comms must have been insane.
Oh, God.
I just thought it was a terrible mistake. Like right there on rotation, when there's like 4 seconds left on that rotation, right here. All right, 2 seconds. You call in this Hellstorm right now because since you don't call it in, you see this? They're sitting at 2:30. They're getting time. Guess what? The clock's going up. Guess what? They're 15 points away from winning right now. Exotic, what's your decision? You know I'm going to fly out, right? They've just got, what, 13, 14, 15 seconds of time.
I know.
Now,
I think he was waiting. I think it was attach and cap were off spawn, and he didn't want to.
There's zero excuses.
I'm pretty sure he just didn't want to call in the street because he had no one to clean those guys up. So he's waiting for his teammates to actually come in so they don't end up split pushing. He waits too long, and that's why everyone's like, why don't you call it?
You can't possibly wait in that situation. Like, my issue with it is that you have your push with that Hellstorm. You have to prevent them from getting time because they're so close to winning. If you call that Hellstorm in, you stop them from getting that 10 seconds. And then if you get rebroken, you still have one more push because you just gave yourself that buffer of time. If you wait, you barely even get a push. It's uncoordinated, and you just lose the game.
I'm pretty sure he let go. He let go of the Hellstorm as well. Like, he called it in and let it go, just wherever it was going to be.
There's no time.
Let somebody do it, and that's just, to me, I just felt like he just messed up that play for me. If you just called it in a little sooner, the game probably have a different outcome.
Now let's take a look at map 5 when we talk a little bit about Wooskin and his sniping. And Namos, I know you were sitting out there with Scraps.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
Is he getting a little hype for his brother?
Scraps actually like walked away before the end of this one, but yeah, they were getting pretty excited because with this win, Reciprocity have now moved into the top 4 here in this division, so that was a huge win for them. And yeah, no, he was hitting some snipes earlier in this map. He was missing, and I was sitting out there. I was kind of critical. I'm like, Weskin, man, sometimes he's on, and sometimes he's just off with that sniper. But when he turns it on, he starts to beam. And
he definitely turned up in the middle. And I think all but one of his kills was an impact kill, meaning like the numbers were even. There were entry kills. He was picking attacks, the other team's sniper. So a lot of these kills were actually making huge impact on the map. And usually I'm really wary of his sniper because it's not like he's doing much with it. He doesn't take, like Jay says, he doesn't take many risks with it. But in this map, he was hitting a lot of jump shots and getting 2 pieces with the sniper.
That snipe over the statue was nuts onto attach, and then he got that when they were on offense. He like pushed up on this A street, and he got a first blood, and then he jumped out for the 2-piece, playing with some confidence. That's something you like to see on the side of Weskin. And it's just unnecessary quick scope. You know when Cap picks up a sniper in the game.
Well, I know, yeah. EG did misplay some rounds in that as well. They had a couple number advantage 3v2s where they both challenged lobby. Remember we were talking about, oh, Cap, what?
I was like, Cap, come on.
Yeah, why did Cap over challenge that? Usually doesn't make those kind of mistakes. So EG's definitely has things to go back, look at the VOD, and work on.
Well, it seems like maybe Apathy didn't have necessarily the best performance either.
No, he didn't, but I mean, that's going to happen from time to time, and if your teamwork's on point, he'll step it up, he'll figure it out.
Yeah, all right, let's pull up our schedule now. We are halfway done with the day, but still so much more Call of Duty to be played. You can see it there. Gen G and UIU coming up, and then closing out the day will be LG and Optic Gaming. But again, it'll be just a minute before we get to those 2 matches. And again, if you're just joining us now, FaZe Clan won the first series of the day, 3-1 over Midnight, and Rec secured their top 4 with a 3-2 over Evil Geniuses. Coming up, we're going to be talking Gen G versus UIU.